Goddamn libtards. Fucking snowflakes. Soy boy assholes.
Soy boys.
Is yours on both way?
Yeah. Yeah. Soy boys.
God. Fucking leftist pieces of shit.
What a spooky man.
I know. Pa?
Daddy.
Is that Bernie Sanders? The funniest is when we went to the bar and there was this guy, he's long blonde hair, this mustache, and like super hipster, and he had a hat on backwards and it just said "Feel the Burn." It was a Bernie Sanders hat, and he went up to the bar and Chandler's like, "How much you want to bet he asked for a free drink?" I was like, "Oh, you got him."
Damn. Burned.
So funny.
You gotta love the burn.
There were some douches at the bar tonight, though. I went to get a drink, and like I bumped this guy's chair a bit, and he just looked at me. I was like, "Oh, sorry." He's like, "Nah, don't worry about it." And then his friend, like this fucking Native American kid's like, "Should I fucking hit him?" And I was like, just looking at him. He's like, "He's just joking. Don't worry about it." And then like I just heard him talking, like I think it's the Navajo or whatever Native American kid. It was super fucked up. And then like every person that walked by was like, "Is that who we're gonna jump when or they were just talking about who they're gonna jump when they go outside."
Oh, what a cool dude.
And then it was just
When was this?
just barely at the bar, and we went
I
early.
didn't hear anything.
Oh, he wasn't like trying to, because I bumped his chair super hard and they both went. I was like, "Oh, sorry, dude." He's like, "Don't worry about it." But then like every kid that walked by, they would both look at him like, "Are we gonna fight that guy?" And then I was like, "Damn, they're just trying to fight people outside." It was like a super trasher looking dude. He was probably like 35, and then probably like a early 20 Native American kid.
I think I would have been mad if you said that and I heard it.
Yeah, I was like, "What's he gonna-" well,
That's a good way to get yourself fucked
as soon as
up.
like both of you stood up, they both like, because you know the guy's like, "Come get your drinks," and then like they saw both of you like, "Oop." Then they both like looked down, and they didn't look at us the whole rest of the time. Like I was like, "Yeah, fuck you."
That's fucked up.
Dare you to say something to me, Chandler and Manuel?
Tough boys.
Yeah, those guys are probably proud boys.
What if you knew like fucking Muay Thai? Just go up in there and
I
just
told
kick their ass.
Well, I told Chandler what my go-to plan is already. So my go-to before is, as long as I hit you once, I'm golden. But my new thing is, if someone starts shit, I'm chopping the throat and then just breaking their nose. That's it. Then I'm good. You can kick my ass after that.
Throat chop and nose break.
Yeah, because you can't breathe and your nose is fucked up. That means you can't see either. Your night's done. Even if you kick my ass, you're done.
You're gonna hate your life for the next couple days. You're gonna remember that throat chop.
Yeah, because like I just prep like I'm gonna itch my face like this, you know. I'm like, and then he's like, and then he can't see because he got punched in the goddamn nose, so his eyes is watering, and then I run away.
Why a throat chop? Why don't you just punch him in the fucking neck? You can actually kill someone that way.
Because a throat chop sounds way cooler.
Chopped him in the throat.
Could you
broke
imagine
his
him
nose.
tapping and tell his friends? Like, he's just like getting ready to kick my ass, and I'm like, "No, dude, like, yeah!" And then he goes, and then I break his fucking nose, and his eyes are watering, so he's just like can't see. He just goes,
and then you duck and you just punch him in the nuts.
No, after that he's done. I'm just leaving. I'm running. He can't catch me. He can't see or breathe.
What about the wind talker?
Or I just start, after that one, I just put my fists out both sides and start spinning as fast as I can. Anyone that gets in the zone's collateral damage.
You've just entered the no spin zone.
I'm just clocking women and stuff, spinning. Fuck you, bitch. And then the last time when he's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And then I just go like this. I dab, but as I'm dabbing, I punch him.
There you go.
Double throat chop.
Just imagine seeing that on World Star. Just that turn of events.
That'd be like, that kid is a god. Bless you.
Don't fuck with that guy. He's been planning this for days.
He's been waiting for this moment literally his whole life.
He probably looks in the mirror every day and plans his moves out.
Can't wait to throat chop my enemy.
And then I clap his ears. Then he can't hear, see, or breathe.
He would just be a mess. And if he's drunk too. You
senses-
just fuck all of his senses up.
And then when he's like on the ground, I put a cigarette on his tongue. He
you
can't
go.
taste either.
You pull his tongue out.
Establish dominance.
It's like, that guy just destroyed every one of that dude's senses. Hey, Salty, he can't feel, touch, taste, or hear, or breathe. Yep. So, try me.
Try me, bitch.
Damn, you just got fucked up by that kid.
He told you what he was gonna do first.
He did?
He gave you the step-by-step breakdown, and you still fell for
It'd be
it.
so funny if some dude's like talking about I was gonna kick my ass, and then I tell him the whole plan, and then I do it halfway through.
I'm gonna throat punch you. I'm gonna throat chop you. I'm gonna break your nose. Then I'm gonna walk away. What? Walk away.
I was telling Salty, I messaged him. So they're doing karaoke tonight, and the first song they sung is the whole bar was singing was All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh, God.
We have a sad bar in Bountiful.
I've never been to the Fifth.
Where?
Did you go to the Down?
No, we went to Cheers in Salt Lake.
Oh, okay.
You have a bar down here?
Yeah, right on end of 89, the Fifth.
And then the Down Under is right behind Sinclair, over by Texas Roadhouse.
I had no clue. The hell?
Where do you live?
Up above Weinerger's.
North Salt Lake?
Bountiful.
Like the end of Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey. Yeah, exactly like Sherlock Holmes. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
With Robert? Yeah, he like thinks what's gonna happen, the whole thing in his head.
Oh.
And then he does it to him. It's the same director that made the new King Arthur, so you know, like it does like it's the same exact style. Hey, good night, Big Papa. But yeah, just like that, Salty.
Good night, Big Papa.
I think he does that in Sherlock Holmes. I think he claps the ears and chops the throat.
God, that hurts so bad.
We gotta look it up.
It should be palmed. Palm the ears. That
Ooh.
fucking suck.
Imagine just freaking palm to the nose. Just, I'm pretty sure that could kill you.
Shit. Mute. Yeah, we'll just after this fake Rudy ad. Who's this piece of shit? 50 Shades of Grey looking motherfucker? That guy's from goddamn Friday Night Lights. Get out of here, fella. But yeah. This is gonna be me.
Yeah!
Fucking chopped him on the back of the throat.
This is me in a fight. I'm
Is
old
this supposed
pub.
to be like bare knuckle boxing or something?
I'm old pub style fighting this motherfucker.
Damn, he's hit you in the kidney.
Yeah, everyone watching, look up Sherlock Holmes fight scene if you're listening. That's what we're watching right now. He's giving it to him real good. Slaps him.
That was a big man.
Why is he slapping?
I don't
He's
know.
goddamn Sherlock Holmes, dude. See, he's planning it out. This is me in a fight. Even though I got hit, I'm prepared.
You know why he won? Because he was drunk.
Exactly.
Just like you.
Yeah. I'm drunk and 8 steps ahead.
Always gotta be 8 steps ahead.
And there's always a woman watching my fight. I'm like, listen, big fella. I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to do to you.
Robert Downey Jr. needs to put his shirt back on. He looks like a Holocaust victim.
He's like, that chick's not watching. See? Slow motion. See? He's thinking the plan. This is what goes on in my head.
Oh, there it is.
Double
He had some
cock.
like Mr. Fantastic arms right there.
Ka-chow. Bam!
Ooh.
See, this is all in his head. This is what I think about when I'm at the bar. Every person I look at, I'm just planning this. Oh, man. Could you imagine I do this to someone outside the bar? I'd be a hero. A real American hero. Especially if he hit a puppy right before he did fight me.
Right?
I'd kick his ass. I'm getting laid for sure.
Definitely.
I'm gonna start paying. Let's see. Look, he planned the whole thing out. Now the lady in red's not watching that piece of shit. And he's gonna give it to him. Come
Yo,
at me,
one,
you
two.
large motherfucker. Pa-pow! Pa-pow! Bow! Goom! Damn, just as he planned it. Just like me.
Easy peasy. That's why Manuel doesn't want to get in trouble with you.
What?
Makes sense now.
What?
He's already 8 steps ahead.
Me?
Big Papa.
My last name's Sherlock. Oh shit. I'm also drunk. I'm talkative when I'm drunk. How was Talks Day been?
It's been good.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, we've been having a good day.
He does. He sent me a message about oh yeah, to follow up with a picture actually getting some. Yeah, did you see Burger King changed their menu? It's not $1.49 anymore. $1.10 pieces at Burger King chicken nugs.
Oh, so it's even cheaper.
$1. I was like, I can get $10 worth of nuggets, and that's 100 of them.
That's super cheap.
Yeah, 100
I don't know
nuggets.
what's in those nugs though.
I don't give
Right?
a
See,
shit.
those nugs are some processed, sad shit.
Delicious though.
Yeah, for real.
They could process dick shredded meat, and then like this tastes delicious.
The skin of never mind.
The skin of my enemies.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking infidels. Yeah, we're good though.
Just be chilling.
I went to the eye doctor today. Got new contacts.
Yeah.
Got HD vision again.
It's always good.
It's nice because I paid for a plan that I get free eye exams for like 3 years. So and they give you a free pair of trial contacts with each eye exam. So I was like, yeah, free contacts and a free eye exam. Then I'm set for another month. I don't have to buy contacts, so I should just do this once a month.
Right.
Once a month.
Month. Yeah.
Shit, guys, add an S to your podcast and someone will get the wrong view. What do you mean?
Stop shelfers.
Stop shelfers or tops shelfers or Proud Boys Club. Where are we putting the S?
Proud boys.
Oh, Proud Boys. Hopefully they get the wrong view. Then we get some trolls and then we get views, so it's okay.
We like the trolls.
It's a clickbait for sure, and just like we like it.
Because if you know us,
Clickbait.
we like to clickbait.
The way we first started getting a lot of views on Twitch was because we were clickbaiting the, what's it called, brothers? Paul brothers.
Oh yeah, the Paul brothers. What was it? The Paul brothers did no wrong.
Oh yeah, we did. It was right after the Logan Paul suicide Forrest thing, and then we did Logan Paul knows no wrong.
Yeah.
Did he fight that guy yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They're gonna do a second fight soon.
Who won?
I went to a tie.
Was it like even a decent fight?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I
Two
only
dudes
watched
hit
the
each other.
highlights. Yeah. They punched each other.
Did you see that doc about Jake Paul? I haven't.
I watched clips of it. Made him not look as bad as he is. Or, that wasn't what I meant. It made him not look as evil as people portray him to be.
Do you know what makes me real mad? So I was listening to Little Peep Radio earlier, and fucking Rice Gun keeps showing up on iTunes in the radio. His shitty rap songs with that, what's her name, Alyssa, or
I don't know.
that bitch, you know, that white girl that hangs out with him?
Yeah. Alyssa Violet or something?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
She's in the songs. Like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard, and it's showing up on not SoundCloud, but just because. Damn, I was like, we gotta make a song. I'm
Right.
thinking about just buying a beat, just because I'm stuck at it. I hit up Kai Steckling, and I was like, you know how to make music, dude? He's like, no, but I can hook you up with a producer. I was like, that'd be weird if I just messaged someone, hey.
Nah, I don't think it's weird. I'll message him for you.
Found it. God damn it.
Been on an adventure.
Yes, it took me a long ass fucking time.
What is
Let's
that?
see.
Is that guy fighting a tree?
So in like this Logan Paul fight, did like was
Oh,
there any
what does he got
takedowns?
going on?
I used to be a troll. That's okay.
I don't. That guy's
I
living
think
the dream.
I don't know if there's. Let me see.
Then I get threatened by the Banhammer, then imagine
Is that your
typing
gym pass
ban.
on the back?
Yes.
That's super smart.
I used to be a troll. That's okay
Listen
though.
to that and watch that from the start.
you guys should get in touch with 88 Rising. Who's that?
Never heard of them.
Who's 88 Rising, Blake?
You saw what he was doing.
Yeah.
Is he fighting the post?
No.
Oh. Wait, you filmed that guy?
No.
Oh.
It's called, let's see, it says like first day of legal cannabis. And there's already a dude doing bong rips in an intersection in Ontario acting like Beavis and Butthead.
And then he runs into the forest.
Because there's a cop. A cop
is that
on
what
a
it
bike.
is?
I think it was a cop on a bike.
No, it wasn't. It was just
Oh.
some random dude.
Oh,
passing
shit.
by.
I saw this thing. It's like
It's
Canada
so
was
fucking funny.
everything in Canada was fine for 1 hour until someone got a DUI. It's like, how many of us have done that and not been caught?
Where do you get the big green screen from? We got this one off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. An American mass media company. They
Oh,
do a
okay.
lot of music production.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. No,
You guys from Canada? No, we're not.
We're going from the great state of US of A.
My mouth is
Salt Lake City.
The great state of Salt Lake
God
City.
damn it.
know.
Oh, I thought
My
those were
mouth is
nut
salivating.
sacks.
Oh, I mean, that'd be
Dude,
nice.
those
too.
are... Whose are those?
I don't know, just random video. I saw.
Nugs for $1.10.
That'd be nice.
So you see my watch walk up. Oh,
Now's probably a really good
Free?
time. Now's a really good time to invest in cannabis, especially with Canada running out of it.
yeah.
They're running out of it?
They
Dude,
ran
they
out.
sold out the first day.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
All the all the shops had huge lines.
Does
And,
that
like-
mean they're gonna be making some money?
I bet
Definitely.
if the United States is like, oh wow, Canada made some progress.
No, they won't.
You don't think so?
anytime soon. I mean, they want to, but I don't think they will.
As long as
anytime
Jeff
soon.
Sessions is around.
We need some young people in there.
Some young blood.
That's what Chandler's saying. We're probably not gonna have like a actual like candidate that we're like completely for until we're like 35,
Ooh,
where it's
you know
like
what I
closer
should've
to our
done?
age, you know.
Look it up. All the things that are being voted on for Utah.
Mm.
November 6th.
Yeah, everything. I'm
Well,
just curious on the people
Because
I don't know
the
the
mail-in
people.
ballots. We all, if you guys do mail-in, we got. Hey, thanks for the host.
Hey, thank
Do you
you.
know
Appreciate
most people? Are you,
What?
Like, most politicians?
No,
guess?
I don't follow
Any of that stuff?
politics.
I was just curious because I have no clue who the
I
hell
can
the
tell you
people
one,
are.
dude. Forrest is a bitch boy. Damn.
Ain't that a Mormon city? Yeah. It's getting better though, Lake. It's getting better.
But
They still have
Tennessee.
a hold of a lot of things. Though.
what was I gonna
Yeah,
say?
they do.
Oh,
Oh,
there's-
he's from Denmark. He's from Denmark.
There's one dude that I wish I already filled in my ballot, so I didn't get a vote for him. But I was looking up the candidates
can
and stuff. I
mark
did
it.
pen. I guess I could.
Because
But
it says on there, as long as you mark it as your, like it was a mistake,
okay.
like write void or something on there.
Because there's a dude, and he's so he used to be a farmer, but he says I used to be a. He said I used to be a farmer. He's like I'm about the working class. He's like I think everyone should work for their money. He's like I want to help the people that work. And then he's like I used to be a Republican until 9/11, and then I saw the truth. He's a 9/11 truther, so he thinks it's a conspiracy. That says on his website. It's like this is the guy we need to vote for. We need him in our goddamn Senate.
Yeah.
Goddamn 9/11 truther.
Disappointed in Forrest, so deal with it, bitch boy.
So-
Damn. Called out.
Do you think that medical weed is gonna pass?
No. I don't.
You really don't think it will?
No. It's
Are you
Utah.
even gonna vote?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna vote,
Okay.
I already
It's
voted
just-
no, because the weed is the devil.
but I know I did that post or whatever, and like I don't know if you can see who votes, but I can. And I'm looking at the nose, and one of them's Forrest.
Are you
God
fucking
damn
kidding me?
it!
I'm like, I did the math when I saw the 95%. Like, only one person voted no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder who that is.
3 of them were definitely trolls, so it's only like 4 people who voted no.
Who are the serious people? I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to out them.
well, first name.
It was
I
5.
couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
It
There's
was
a lot of
5.
people in
It
there.
was like 95 said yes and 5% no. I was like, nope.
I'm pretty sure there's like statistics out. It's like 52% or 51%.
They say, but I don't. I didn't read quite well, but people are saying it's like don't trust those.
They're just
things,
getting our hopes up. We're like, oh, we're that 1%.
Well,
that
no,
voted.
even then, it's just saying like how a lot of things are like coming out saying that what people are saying that are against it, just for the people that are super gullible about it. Believe them.
It's
like,
Utah
no.
politics. Utah politics are
That's what they said.
the sheep listen to what their sheep herder tells
They
them.
said 7 dudes will control Utah's politics because of 7 LDS leaders.
Yeah.
Which
Which
is
is-
in the Catholic club. Should it be?
Well,
Damn,
it's
was this
dumb
a
because
roast?
it's like I saw this thing was like
Yeah, we listen to podcasts.
the
Like,
church shouldn't be able to like say, "Hey, we want our members to vote no on Prop 2," and it's like,
But
you
they
don't pay
have a
tax-
big population here that they can say. They don't even have to tell people. You can just say we're against it. Everyone else is gonna follow. Well, majority, not all.
which I think is dumb because
In
it's
the
like
church.
you shouldn't even say anything like that. You don't pay taxes. You don't have a right to say what should
I wish that was the thing.
in Utah.
How is it? How would okay? I'll ask this. How would you be able to think of a way that religion can? Let me reword that again.
How religions don't control politics?
How can you avoid that? How can you avoid
get
that?
more money than
make
them.
them pay taxes?
Yeah.
The church or the?
Get a powerhouse that can make more money than them, which they won't, and figure out a way that they have to get taxed, which they won't.
You know what? If I was straight
I'm
up,
saying like, well, I'm just talking in religion in general, not the specific one, but just religion in general, just so that doesn't swing their vote for something like
Pay
that.
taxes. That's it.
Uh,
Then if they want to sway, fucking they do
let
it all
them
they
do
want.
it.
And they're just a business, and they have every right to sway voters. But like, as long as they're not paying fucking taxes, then fuck them.
yeah, I agree. It's like if I was running the state of Utah, I'd be like, whatever the church says, like they can say their thing. If they're baloney, like nobody believes that stuff. I'd probably offend a lot of the people.
Yeah, but the problem is
Gary Herbert's fucking paid off by the church, and
the
he admitted
majority.
it.
Yeah, the majority still follows the church. So
Yeah.
we can say as much as we want. It's just Utah politics are kind of boring because it doesn't matter what we think. We're in the minority, and we will be for a long time.
We live in a sheep state. So.
No. Well, I was about to go to sleep, but then I saw you guys live, so I had to make Forrest feel like shit for a moment. Hey, well,
Are you not working?
hey.
I don't know. It's dumb. Like,
I think, and I'm hoping it will.
I bet if it passes, though, they're going to be such sticklers on who gets that medical pass because it says, like, there's a list of, like, 5 or 7 different reasons of, like, what you can use it for. And then at the bottom, in very tiny writing, it says, and for other medical reasons determined.
God damn! I went to
No,
the eye
I read
doctor
that.
today.
And I was like, I was like, is it
Can't
going to be
really
like
see well, Doc.
California where I can go to some, like, shady shack in someone's backyard and...
Dr. Green.
Yeah.
I'll become
That'd be
Dr.
pretty
Green.
cool.
Damn, that'd be
But
the
even
shit.
I think I read that part, and I don't know if this was in small print or not. They just had an article about it, and they kind of put all the the gist of it, saying that if you don't fall in that category, then you get looked at by 5 physicians.
It's only for
interviewed
edibles
by
right now
5
too.
physicians or something like that.
You can't smoke it too on this.
No,
one.
you can't. You can
It's just
vape
that-
it though.
Yeah, it's,
But on
Vape
the...
and edibles.
Yeah.
But
And you can be on the streets. Apparently, the way they worded it, kind of just sounded like
I'm
In
real sick,
Prop 2, though,
officer.
Smoke
I saw a thing in
public.
Prop 2, you can have possession up to 200 joints.
That was
Oh, I
fake
don't
news.
know.
Oh, that was fake news?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lot of joints. Like,
I
I don't...
heard about or read about like 3 or 6 plants that you can have if you're
that's in
100
Canada.
miles.
100 miles. I'm like,
The Canada
that's pretty far.
weed
50
rules are
miles is
awesome.
pretty far too.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I guess it's closer than most places already, but
Yeah, well, let's see. Canada's are awesome because you can have like 36 grams.
Oh,
You
shit!
can grow 4 plants.
So it's like an ounce and a like
It's something
quarter
like that,
ounce? Ounce and
It's
quarter?
fucking dope, the rules. Let's see.
Like, that'd be dumb. Like, sir, why do you feel like you need medical cannabis?
You can smoke it
I
and-
like to get high.
Oh, you can't travel in and out. Okay, but like you can. Let's see. Oh yeah, 30 grams. So yeah,
wait, does that
so an
mean
ounce.
if you're flying within the country, can you have it with you?
I think counties I think territories can still pick and choose because it's federally legal.
Right,
So,
federally. So
but
that
county
means,
or territories
that means
can
you
still pick.
technically can't get in trouble
You can.
because airports are. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you
how
can. You
Canada
can have
is.
them in airports. I already said you could.
Oh.
Yeah, LAX, you can have weed.
Yeah.
They say, we don't care, you can bring it in, But what happens to you on the other side, that's not our responsibility. That's all
Right.
you. I'm like, so what if...
Wait, so you're saying that you can have it in the airport and even fly with it, but once you land,
Then
that's
it's on you.
But here's my question. So, like, what if I flew from California to Seattle, or to just Washington or Oregon, example, where it's recreational legal? I'm like, am I going to get charged somehow for trafficking drugs across, like, airspace?
I don't know.
I think it just depends on territory, because if like it'd be, for example, if the United States legalized that federally, a state could still pick like, you know, certain regulations. Like a state could even ban it. It'd still be federally, so you wouldn't get prosecuted or federally, but you could still get prosecuted locally. So like, you know, the United States legalized it federally. You could come to Utah and they could be like, we don't want you smoking in public, but other states, you know, can smoke in public, so you can still get prosecuted state-wise. So you could still get tons of misdemeanors and shit. You could even go to jail for it, but it'd still be.
Dude, I am all for medical, even if they make it a little looser, but like, just to start with that'd be nice.
Be a big step for Utah.
It would.
Well, and did you hear major like beer companies are pulling out of Utah?
Yeah.
I'm like, that
I
is
don't know
going to
how
start
true
the
that
ball
was.
rolling.
It's true because now
I just didn't.
We're the last
I heard.
state.
I didn't read it.
There's one other state. I think it's Minnesota.
That does it, like the 3-point something.
Let's see. There's only I think Minnesota and Utah might be the last two.
Is it true that what I
They're
heard
saying
was
they won't
saying
make
that they're
it.
gonna stop.
Yeah.
They're going to
just going to stop
distributing.
making
They're
3.2.
they're going to stop distributing it to Utah because like,
if that's all they
Utah.
want, that's all they can buy. Then
and I'm like, that sucks because that's where a lot of our money comes from.
Well, it's just, I don't know. Utah is just one of those states, like,
Yeah. So
we're on the West Coast, but we
what's
live
it?
on
Oh,
the
look,
East
this
Coast.
the top thing. Another state.
But we what?
We should be on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Because of how...
well, a while
far
ago they
behind
were
we are.
mentioning to
Oklahoma.
going to regular.
Oh, they got rid of it.
Percentage.
So these
beer.
are the last ones.
Weren't they Utah?
Say that
It
again?
was a few years ago where they were mentioning about going to like regular beer
Yeah.
percentages and all that.
Which is dumb. It's like, come on, guys.
Oh, Colorado still has it, which is weird because they have weed. But yeah, Oklahoma, Colorado, Utah, Kansas, and Minnesota still have 3.2% beer that you can buy at gas stations and grocery stores.
Which is weird because in Colorado, like, they're like 8%. I'm pretty sure.
That's your state. So you have lower beer too, and you have 2 weeks off. That's nice. You'll have to play some Overwatch with us.
Yo, Salty, actually you can buy industrial strength hemp, which is just CBD weed, and if you smoke enough, you will get high.
Because it still has a point something of
Yeah.
THC.
Yeah, so hemp is actually legal in all 50 states as long as it's the delta tetrahydrocannabinol is under 0.3% THC. So I'm like, there's...
if you smoke enough and you get tested, they could still see it.
and I only know
Barely
that.
traces.
I know that because I was like, well, shoot, hemp, like, why not? I tried it because, like, I was doing construction, like, my back was always hurting, my fingers were hurting. I smoked, like, 4 bowls, I was like, I'm high. I was like, it's weird. It's a weird
Pie,
one, too.
trick or pie.
It's more of a body just because it's the whole point of it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd be going. Let's see. I would be going for the CBD myself, though, for some diabetes stuff going on. Yeah, dude, CBD. If you can get it,
you can buy gummies and stuff online.
I think Lake asked us 2 questions. He said, did we leave the Mormon church? I was never Mormon.
I was Mormon.
I was Mormon. Yeah.
Manuel was never Mormon.
I was tempted just for this day.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied, guys. Well,
What?
Joseph Smith is our prophet. And we should
Church-
all follow
The
the.
church is true. Okay, the church is true.
Yeah.
The one and only.
I
The
think
other
that's one
day.
of my biggest pet peeves that when people say that out
Well,
loud.
let me tell you. So the other day I was at a red light and it turned green. God.
God's
That's
there.
how I know the church is true.
Are you
Because
sure there wasn't a censor?
nope, if he wanted me to
No.
go through that light, he let me go through. And that's how I know the church is true. And that's why Joseph Smith is our prophet and Lord or Savior. And Jesus, he's there too.
He's been around.
And
The Holy Spirit just leaves a burn in his bosom.
The other question was, what's our opinion on the jewel?
what's our opinion on the jewel?
I think it's gay.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
I'm like,
It's not a trend.
I don't even know
It's
what that.
pretty bad for you,
Jewel.
too.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
really
hell are you
bad for
What
you.
Shannon has.
but did you see Jules
That makes
making
me feel real good.
THC infused
They
ones?
did, yeah.
Weren't they making
Well.
commercials about Jules being like worse than cigarettes?
Yeah, it's like 10 times more addicting than cigarettes.
Right.
Because that's so much nicotine, and then you end up spending more. Like if you were to use a Juul correctly, like 3 times a day, because that's so much nicotine, you're like, then it could actually benefit you, help you get off cigarettes.
People take advantage of it.
But everyone smokes them like they're e-cigs, everyone does.
Right.
So then you're just addicted.
I was like, you're
used to
legit just
it.
poisoning your body.
So you're just addicted to so much more nicotine than you originally would have been.
So with cigarettes, is any of the other chemicals that are super harmful for you addicting? in those?
Tobacco.
Because they're not
Not
addicting,
the-
they're just really bad for your health, right?
Mm.
The nicotine is the thing that's addictive.
Yeah,
They
it
always say
is.
that they put a bunch of addictive chemicals in, but like what?
That's
No,
what I don't
nicotine's-
know.
I think if I remember right, nicotine's the main.
And
thing
I don't
Yeah.
think nicotine
addiction,
is.
but the tobacco one is the thing that gets you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually charging.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Do additives make tobacco more addictive? Now I can't see. Let's see. So that's a lot of
So
lists.
one thing I didn't know about the lottery, I mean, a part of it is obviously Utah doesn't have them, but because they don't want it. So my friend was telling me, he's like, yeah, they don't want it, but if someone does win, they get a cut out of it. Like,
Yeah,
what the
absolutely.
fuck?
You still have to pay.
That's so bullshit.
So you have to pay.
The state's tax, which you got it in,
Right, so you have to
and-
pay Idaho's tax, and then you have to pay Utah's tax because it's income.
Sounds good.
How much would it be
Small
then?
grand.
How much more, like the cut that they would take?
Oh, I have no idea.
Would it be the 20 something? Well, no, that's the federal
No,
tax.
it wouldn't be that much. It would still be a good portion. On something like that, probably 50, 60 million.
Someone was commenting saying like, if they're taking a cut out of it, why don't they just sell them here because it would benefit them as well?
Because
Church.
Utah's whole thing is they think it's the slippery
Yeah.
slope or the snowball thing. It's like, well, if we have that, then we're going to have to bring casinos, and casinos going to bring crime, and crime's going to cause
You don't
more
have
of
to
our...
bring casinos.
Damn, I
more
love
of our
all those
members.
things.
Fucking bring in the lottery and
Basically, if you win 100 mil, you have to pay
Are
30
they-
mil for taxes.
are they just saying that they're I don't know if I'm wording this right, weak-minded
They're
into
pussies.
they see that if they see that in front of them that they'll do it.
Pretty much.
So pretty
saying
much when
religion
I
isn't
win
really
this
helping.
1 billion buckaroos,
You can just pay off the church, make weed legal.
we're gonna have a new stream, and it's just gonna be me naked, just like this the whole time.
Burning $100 bills.
And I'm just gonna get a dick transplant, so I have a large black dick. Just huge.
Black people get all
OG
their prayer
mud
rugs
bone
and
dick.
just-
You got OG Mudbone dick, and it's like from here, and it's like on that chair, just hanging. You got like a dinner plate on it, just eating your dinner off of it.
And I'm just like,
I'd have to give you a horse name.
I'll just stand up on the table, and I'll just put my dick on Wesley's head, and when he's like about to knock it off, I'll just whisper in his ear, 100 million. And then he's like, okay.
Okay.
This is life now.
Well, I mean, I guess I gotta go with it. Guess I gotta be Seabiscuit's little boy from now on.
See, that needs to be your rap name, Seabiscuit's little
Fuck,
boy.
that's still a lot.
What?
Everybody said, or I think you said it.
I'd stop talking if
Basically,
that
you got
happened
100
for
million,
us.
you have to pay.
Damn, that's rough. If I got the dick transplant or if I won the money.
Both sound like a win-win in my book.
I'm about them buckaroos. I'm not actually gonna get a dick transplant. I'm happy with who I am. But I will be flossing.
My dick will be flossing.
So if you won $1 billion, or however much it is,
Yeah, but
what would you do?
everything.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question.
The first
My
week
own
I just
grandma.
blow.
A lot.
Yep.
A lot. I'd wake up in a pile of hookers and cocaine with
Hey,
my
I
boys.
appreciate that.
Just like,
Thank you.
eyes can't even open, like, oh my god, guys, where are we?
What year is it?
We're in the North Pole. Why the fuck are we in the North Pole?
You know how Michael Jackson became that? I would just become Little John. All the therapy and or like plastic surgery, and I was go, what?
True.
I think I
anyways.
wouldn't tell anybody I won.
No?
No.
Me neither.
I'd work my job. I'd just be like,
well,
who won that thing?
I wouldn't tell anyone. I wouldn't tell anyone that I won this lottery, because then.
But it's public
Dude,
knowledge.
you'd have a lot of friends.
Well, you can forbid that you won. They can say someone won. Like, if you look up on the lottery website, you can choose whether it's anonymous or not.
Oh.
And you have to go into, like, actual, like, deep research to find records to say it. Because if you look up right now, you can see lottery winners, and some of them will just say, like, chose to withhold information. And then that's what I would do for sure. The first thing you have to do when you win that money is to, lawyer up, because you have 30 days, I believe, to collect the winnings. So, like, you know, they say the first thing you should do is get a, like, lawyer, accountant and stuff. Like, so, you know, you're going about the right way, and, you know, because obviously, I'd want my information withheld for sure.
So they usually say someone won, we don't know yet.
Well, you can literally just say
30 days.
someone won and that they withheld the information.
Well,
they would say someone from Utah, but which would be obvious when I'm driving around in a just kidding.
Fucking Bugatti. Like,
to work. I'm going to clean an office, and I just hop out of a fucking Bugatti with a vacuum. Man, that clean company must be doing well.
Pay really good. How much do you make? Oh, enough. Gets me by.
This is a rental.
I got it off that app, Turo. They let you drive that? Yeah.
I don't know what I would do, honestly.
I don't know, I'd just be living my best life.
Right?
I'd buy a cool warehouse.
Me too.
The boys would be having a good time.
Yeah. I was telling Chandler, because me and him went up to Morgan today, and they have, like, a bunch of old, like, abandoned barns, you know? And I was saying it'd be super dope, like, because obviously they have houses by them, but, like, to buy one of those barns and leave the outside how it is, you know, barn, but inside super, like, you know, modern, and then have, like, you know, like a warehouse, and, you know, like a studio, whatever in it.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Right?
Just up in the woods somewhere, like, where you're not to be bothered, and you're out of the way, you can do what you want. Jump your fucking go-kart over your house, whatever you're feeling.
Right, whatever floats your boat.
I don't know, I feel like if I won that much money, I wouldn't make it a year.
Right. I'm not going to tell you guys you need to be single, but it's going to be real hard not to be. Like,
I'm in trubs.
It's going to be real dirty.
It's like, Sarah, here's $5 million.
It's been a fun ride. I'm going to need you to
Skedaddle
on out of here.
No,
the boys want me this weekend. No, if you love me, you won't go.
No, that's exactly what it is.
show
Like, I'll
up.
stay with you, but every time I'm gonna go, you know, I'll give you $1 million. Don't.
I
think
just show up
anything.
like, he can't come out this weekend, and I just go, and then she's like, alright, have fun.
Exactly.
He's coming with us.
Last time he came back with a VD.
Oh, by the way, I quit my job. See ya.
Right.
How are we gonna pay rent?
I was saying, he's so
Forrest
funny.
was a brick.
That's what I was saying, he's so funny. Yeah, just have like a fucking like $200 million yacht just sitting in Lake Powell. Just like this big old boat.
I think I would hire friends to do very easy stuff and just like give you $1,000 for every one.
You gotta
thing
earn
do.
this money.
Hey, go heat up my hot pocket. I'll give you $1,000.
Is that Elizabeth Smart? You know what to do.
Ah!
He gets out of his hand, they just break a money. Oh, all right, Manuel.
Give us another 8 years.
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna be in Salt Lake Tribune's newspaper. Woo!
Honestly, if I was in a relationship with someone who won the lottery, I'd break up with them. I wouldn't be able to date someone who was cocky in the first place, but now they're cocky and rich. Yeah, that's understandable for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If they give me money, why not?
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I won $1 billion, you guys would be getting some money.
That's what I like to hear.
Me too. I would help everyone out for
Yeah,
sure too.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
That's so much
I'd
fucking
give
money.
you 1,000.
I'd say
I said that to Steve. I was like, really? Even though they had just barely said $1 million. I'm like, nah, 1,000.
I'd be like,
I'd say like,
thanks, Manuel.
That's like a fucking slap. To
Yeah,
yo,
it
I mean,
is.
$1,000 is $1,000 I didn't have. But if it was me, I'd probably be like, Here's $100,000.
I would like to
go buy a studio.
Yeah.
We'll make it cool.
I would like to do it with my dad said, because, you know, my dad's, you know, worked his ass off his whole life and stuff. He's saying, like, if he won a bunch of money, he would like to find, like, you know, like, hardworking families, you know, and, like, you know, that work their ass off, barely getting by, and then, you know, like, here's $500,000, or I'll pay off your house, your cars, you know, and then, you know, just help out people that are actually in need, you know, not people that are taking advantage of any system that don't ask for help, but, you know, just people that are just getting by and not asking for the help.
Yeah, because $560 million, like, if that, let's say that's your money,
Yeah.
that you wake up, like, next day you see that in your bank account, $100,000 is...
That's life-changing money.
That's life-changing for a lot of people, and that's nothing to you. You could give $100,000 to 10 people, and you're not even dinging 1% of your worth.
Dude, that's a nice GTR.
Right.
I mean, well,
Dude,
If I came to someone, I'm like, hey, I know, here's $100,000, take care of your stuff, and I come back the next day, and they just have a GTR, I'd be like,
that's what I'm saying.
you're fucking an idiot.
That's what I'm saying, like, the pay off their debt thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people have, obviously, house debt and car debt, like,
Right.
just that, like, you know, they have, whatever, $100,000 left on their mortgage, and then, you know, let's say $1,000 combined card, you know, that's $150,000, and all that debt wiped clean, and, like, credit cards,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
that's fucking, that's start over, that's, like,
That's like bankruptcy, but you're coming out on top.
yeah, exactly.
Jeez, I thought I was the fat one.
Like if I got $100,000,
I
like
don't
my
think
dad would
so.
be paid off. I'd be going to school.
That's kind of, me and my dad were talking about that today, because he was like, what would you really do? I'm like, I don't even know. I'm like, probably like, I told him, I was like, probably ball out with my buds pretty hard. And then once we're all settled in somewhere, I'd probably just go get like a PhD in something cool.
I think that'd be
Just
dope.
to do, because like, within like 2 years.
Knowledge books.
Yeah. You know what's better than 500 million?
My name's Tyler.
Yeah. But like, you know, 2 years of my life of having that money, like, we've probably traveled the world and done everything we want to. I want to get like super smart and then go hang out with like Elon.
Right.
Do Elon Musk stuff.
Damn, whatever that entails.
I don't know. Giving water to Flint.
You know what I'd do? I'd invest like I want. Ooh, I like that. If I won 500 million, I'd probably invest 100 million of it in some successful company and be like,
Right.
I own this company.
Right.
Oh my god. Have you ever played $100 million on one number in roulette? You coming out on top if you hit that
You're
number.
bankrupt in that goddamn casino.
You just win. I guess I own the place.
The owner comes out
He's
like,
like, don't give me the rest. Just
He
give me
comes
the
out with
rest."
the deed. That's all you like.
yeah, well,
You're all fired.
we were hoping this never happened, but
The casino's closed. I want my money back. Nope.
Except for you, sir. You're coming with me.
just like a blackjack, dude. Well, I do.
Stand there and you look pretty.
I like what you do with your hands on those cards.
You know how to count them cards? We're about to win a couple more casinos.
I think that those are like the kind of scary parts though, because like I do think I have a gambling addiction a little bit. So I feel like if I had money to blow, that'd be real bad.
Do you know what I'd do if I had $500 million? Show you how to gamble $500 million in a weekend. And then it would end up in a country concert that happened recently. 500 million gone in a week. Tim McGraw.
Oh my god.
There was two of them.
We're talking about paintballing, guys.
Have you ever gone paintballing before? Get the double trigger.
Salty
Can I
said.
laugh at that?
Yes.
No.
Salty said, I'd become a slumlord in several places, have backup income, but actually do upkeep on the trailers. Then I'd become an old-timey PI that never gets his man. But I'd have a swell office.
Dude.
Salty's like 70. Looks like the what's his butt from No Country for Old Men.
Damn.
He's just old and like flips his hat back. I'll find him.
You know what I'd do? I'd buy a hospital. Like, I own this hospital. You know how much money I make?
Fuck, Salty's right. Blizzard would triple their stocks of West One. Sure, it appears someone bought 40,000 loot boxes.
How much is a loot box?
That's a lot of money.
I think it's 5 for 5, right?
Yeah.
So that's
40 grand in loot. I better just get a message from Blizzard. Hey, you can just have everything. Like, it's cool.
you can just have those skins, dude.
Yeah. We'll make you one. Like,
You want a custom skin?
that would be the
We'll
shit.
make you a character, voice it and
Oh.
everything.
That would... How much money do I got to pay for that?
I would want to be Tracer.
They make a male Tracer.
Dick out though.
Yeah, dick
and
out.
I'll be like, here's $200 million. This has to go in the game.
Right.
You got to make a naked character now. And they're like, okay.
I was like, here's
Dang, that's-
$500,000 extra.
Bump that rating up to mature real quick.
I'd
Make
become
it
really
happen.
good friends with Dana White. Be like, I want a box. That's sweet for my boys.
Right.
I would be tell them I want in the
I think
UFC.
I'd buy some of the UFC
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would
Pretty cool.
I would buy him just so I can
could go
fight
to
the fighters.
to the fights for free.
Tonight, CEO and owner Forrest Curtis is taking on John Jones.
Johnny Bones Jones!
The light heavyweight title.
We're
And
not
he's like-
sure who did more coke this
yeah.
weekend.
Forrest also legalized the use of coke. He comes in, dragging his knuckles. He's like,
You both just got powder. Both of them look pretty intense right now.
I can see the raccoon in his eyes.
Me and John Jones are just coked out of our minds. I'm like, get ya!
Man, you fucking crazy!
It's a 5-round fight. Neither of you sit down during rounds. I'm gonna go get him this time, coach.
Just running circles.
Got like, Bones.
It's his first fight and he's doing pretty well. Seems he can't not be Seems he didn't do any drugs. He can't be knocked out.
They show the strikes. He's been punched like 400 times. Boy's got a chin on him. I don't know. He's got more heart than anybody.
My face is just swole up and I'm gonna get you. I can't even see. I'm just like, Coach, gloves, and I just go.
And then you trip and you break your neck on a stool, right?
Damn.
Gloves.
They're like, wow, what a turn of events this is. Mike Tyson is coming in for Forrest. He tapped him in.
Oh, man.
That would be the highest paid pay-per-view of all.
Oh, everyone would buy it. Tag team match. Mike Tyson and Forrest Curtis versus John Jones. Oh, shit.
Is that Chuck Liddell coming out of nowhere?
Just comes up in the middle of the octagon. I'm the Iceman!
Tupac came back from the grave.
What a halftime show!
Hail Mary, come with.
I was in Cuba.
Oh, no.
They're like, Jesus Christ. We got 100 million pay-per-view buys on this bad boy.
Tupac isn't dead. Mike Tyson can still fight. Forrest Curtis did more coke than 18 men.
Like, and then as soon as I win, because obviously I will, I got a bad boy on my side. Then,
Proudly sponsored.
and then I like put all the belts on. I have like 5 belts on me, and I'm just challenge every person.
Connor, you're next.
Habib!
And then it just, oh god. Forrest, Brock Lesnar, and Habib versus Conor McGregor. Who's coming out on top on this one?
Oh, man.
Yep, that's what I would do with my money.
Worth. 2 years later, we're just back here doing this. It was a hell of a 2 years,
Have
but
a couple grand of just of bills on you just to protect your knuckles when you're
Yeah,
those
right.
will be your
We
gloves.
come back and I'm doing the podcast, but all the fucking guests are wearing Rolexes and stuff. What happened to all your money? Well, look at the guests. That's what happened to my goddamn
You
money.
have like
We're all
drinks just made
flossing.
out of $100 bills.
right?
I just, when we leave, hey, do you think I can borrow $5?
You go buy a pack of smokes real quick.
Oh,
You got smoke I can have. Dude, you had $500 million 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, did you hear that
bet that.
story though?
My,
I bankrupted the UFC. Can't do coke live.
I bought SpaceX and wrecked a rocket into fucking Russia.
They weren't too keen on
Vladimir
that
Putin
one.
said he could catch it, but he couldn't.
Oh,
Did you see
man.
that picture or video I posted on Twitter?
Which one?
It's a guy holding a puppy.
I didn't see
He
it.
picks up a puppy by the scruff of its neck and just starts going like that. And it said, imagine being such a monster holding a puppy like that Vladimir Putin has to come in and save it. So the guy's like holding a puppy by its neck, and then Vladimir Putin like stands up and he holds the puppy like he's like pup baby, and then he shakes the guy's hand. And they're like, could you imagine being that much of a monster that Vladimir Putin has to save the puppy?
Damn. Putin's about those pups.
Yeah, he is. He used to tell George Bush that he had girl dogs.
I know. Where's Tucker at?
Sleeping.
What's Tucker? What's the other dog's name now?
Which one?
Lives with you.
Nyla?
Yeah. I didn't know.
Nyla here.
Nyla.
She's too much energy.
Are those two gonna have some babies?
No, because Tucker's fixed.
Forrest becomes a Harrison Ford
I know.
with planes of
It would
spaceships
have been nice
being
because then I would
on
convince
Elon.
Oh my
to do
God.
that with, his,
Damn.
Booski?
Yeah.
Salty just sold me. I'm having a fucking Millennium Falcon made up.
Oh shit.
And I'm traveling the stars as a smuggler, but I'll be the only one. Like,
Actually,
I'm at the moon, like,
There's
you
everybody
need
else.
some spice?
Just a simple spice trader here.
This is
I think
Spice, this is
I would
K2!
buy endangered species animal. Like, just like the rarest of them all.
I just
Put 'em
make a
in my
base on...
backyard.
In your
Man,
backyard?
I'm like Noah of the space. I have a fucking giant base built on the moon, and I just go catch animals and release them into my base on the moon. They're like, this is not... There's no plants. And just come back, there's dead elephants and shit.
Yeah, just bones, just...
Shit, not again.
I was gone for like a day!
Forrest Solo brought back another Rancor. It's dead on the moon again. When will he learn?
Forrest is flying away in his Millennium Falcon with the last white rhino.
You know, actually, I tried to be like Batman without the.
Yeah.
Oh,
Without the
okay.
fucked up past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys hear about China?
What about
Making
him?
that artificial moon?
Oh,
It's supposed to be like
yeah.
8 times brighter?
Well, that was kind of weird. How are they doing it? Is it just gonna like...
I don't know. We should look into that. I only saw like a thing on Facebook. I was like, oh, that sounds cool, sure.
Yeah, because I mean, it would be weird. What if... Are they doing it to like brighten up the night so they make people work more?
Ooh, that would suck.
That's the...
We
because
just
I
started a conspiracy. Eddie Bravo!
Yeah, call him! Because that's what... I saw the article too. I didn't read it because I'm a
How
piece
much
of
is
shit.
a blimp?
But how much is a blimp? Guess I have a plan. Salty's gonna get a blimp.
Ryan said, what do you think will happen first, colonizing Mars or WW3? Depends if I win the lottery or not. Could go either way.
Probably world. That's a tough question.
We're supposed to be colonizing Mars by
How much does a
2020.
nuke cost?
We're sending people to the moon in 2020.
How much does a nuke cost? So we're about to be back to back to back World War champs.
I'm gonna say
Japan 0, USA 2.
Do you have the juice over
Oh
there?
my god!
My blind spot.
Guess to be 1 to 2.
I think colonizing Mars because I think World War III is gonna be different. I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah, goddamn blow up Japan, get a goddamn anime.
Lasers. A bunch of lasers.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the railgun. It's just like this magnetic, just dead.
I think we're at the point now where it's just gonna be like there's no point of
I mean,
sending
Tony
people on
Stark.
the ground,
Flying around in an Iron Man suit,
That's what I would
beating
try
up
to do.
hookers.
right? Beating up hookers.
Not that
Thought
much, though.
be gone!
Yeah, colonizing Mars or World War III first. Like, what do you think it's gonna be like? Do you think we're gonna be alive for it?
For which
Yeah,
one?
both. Yeah.
I don't know, hopefully both. Hopefully next year. Both
And
of
we're
them.
still young.
Maybe it's gonna be World War III leads to the colonization of Mars.
That would be the shitty
We
thing, right?
fucking nuke our atmosphere so much that we have to leave. Could happen.
Mars is small too, so the only people going are gonna be the
rich ones.
rich people.
Hopefully I
You
win
better
that
buy a lot of
buckaroos.
lottery tickets.
Damn, I hope that I'm just cheering at the Fallout. I'm gonna go find some weird people in the desert.
It just, I win the
Chernobyl
lottery.
all over again.
I win the lottery, and right when we have to leave to Mars, and I just, like, see me
Hunger
leaving,
Games.
and I'm just pointing to Wesley going,
Right.
just flown away in a rocket as it blows up.
Come see me leaving.
Damn, that'd be hardcore.
Throwing money out the window of a rocket.
You fucking
This
losers.
means nothing now. I'm in bed now and just... You eating chicken?
I think it's a turkey leg.
Oh.
Turkey. Yeah.
I like mouthful of stuff a lot of times.
10 out of 10, can't agree.
Unless it's my mouth.
A little iffy. The thing with Forrest
It
is
depends
like...
on if it's forced or not.
The thing with Forrest is like he's so hesitant at first, but then once it's in, he's all about it. It's really
like-
weird.
This is fine.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it wasn't as bad.
He'll really get into it.
No.
I've seen it.
Damn. You've seen it?
Does not surprise me.
Does not surprise me.
Mouthful of some kind of meat.
JK, I'm a lonely
That
person.
makes two of us. I cry often.
That makes three
Just-
of us. Welcome to the squad.
You wake up tomorrow to your phone going off,
Okay.
and it says, like, nukes have just gone off. Like,
Okay.
what would you do?
Thanks, Obama. I don't know.
Last podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would really depend. Like, are you talking like we're all just gonna die?
I'm just like, sorry.
Yeah, we're dead. Like, there's no chance. of
Sorry,
survival.
fam, putting you out of your misery. And they're like, false alarm. And I go,
Guess I'm not hanging out with you. I was gonna say I'm just gonna go hang out with everyone, and we can
I
go.
just go steal a lot of shit and do whatever.
guess we're playing
I
Russian
want.
roulette one last
Right.
time.
I'd like to try and get all the boys together, and we just smoke some ganja and be like, well, it was cool.
Guess I'm trying heroin.
Get some
That's
bitches
true.
And, bitches and cocaine.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I wish I would have done this earlier. Just kidding.
Let's
Forrest
just all
survives.
just do a bunch of DMT.
I survived the fucking nuclear bombs
I
because I
just
was on
stick with
so many
peyote.
drugs.
Right.
It's like
Have
a
you done
car
it?
crash.
No.
I want to. I want to try it too.
Salty says, here's
Just do
Piano
that.
Man playing in the distance. Long, long time ago, I can still remember.
Damn, Piano Man's so good.
Yeah, it is. Billy Joel's my hero.
Yeah.
Doesn't it last like 12 hours?
Peyote? I hope
I
not.
have no clue.
That sounds
That 12
awful.
hours is more like a few days, probably.
Fuck yeah. It's when you go on the force and you come back with a wolf's head and blood on your face.
The
You're like-
knowledge of an 80-year-old.
I conquered a whole village of animals.
There's a town of cannibals and I ate them all.
You're missing a few fingers.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll definitely eat a man.
Yeah, definitely.
Could you eat a person?
If the world's about to end,
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
sorry,
You,
Grandpa.
it's you and Forrest, and,
And
Forrest
your cat.
dies.
And your cat.
Oh, I die. I was like, it's
Okay.
coming down to survival of the fittest. We'll see who's eating who tonight.
Okay, how about this? You both think this. He dies in your reality, but he dies in yours.
He dies in both
Who, like, would you,
realities.
do you have the? Would you have the nuts to eat him?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you
I'm
didn't
eating
die,
West
at
for
least.
sure, whether the world's ending or not. If we're in mono, we eat mono, I'm winning. I'm gonna strangle him with these headphone cords. Going, I'm sorry, but I will eat you. I'll start with your dick.
So you're doing a selfless act right here.
Yeah. I'll be like,
Just go quiet.
the world's gonna end. You want this?
You want me to survive.
Come to find out you were just
Give me
telling me
your
lies
nutrients.
just to kill me and eat me. There's nothing else going on in the world.
I go tell your parents, hey, Wesley's not coming home. He's a part of me now. What do you mean? I'm eating the fucking, like, ooh.
Like, I'm eating him right now.
You like ribs? He's been
Tacos
smoking
are
these
in
bad boys for 12 hours.
You could probably get one taco
I fucked
out of
him
that.
first.
Right? Really
Necrophilia.
tenderized his meat. That's funny how in Interstellar they made a reference to the moon landing being taught as a conspiracy theory in schools. How far in the future do you think that was?
Oh yeah, that is true. Huh?
No. Probably not. I thought that was my phone. I was like, what? Probably not that far, like 2077. something like that. Would be my guess.
21.
21. 29.
2098.
I'd play Russian roulette with you guys, but I'd bring my own gun, and it'd be a Glock, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. Also, I'll be by myself, and not at the end of the world. God damn it, Salty.
What? He's playing Russian roulette?
Yeah, but with a Glock and by himself.
Oh, okay. Win-win.
Yeah.
I've said this before, but we really need to have a game. What's that game we play? It's a card game. Black cards.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yep. Have them and then have them choose.
That'd be
Whoever
fun.
responds first chooses
Chooses what?
the winner.
Oh, the winner?
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I've been wanting to buy it, but I always forget about it.
Well, it sucks too, because I think you can go on Amazon and buy like the
whole set.
or at least most of them.
Updated set.
Because that's my thing is the one that whoever has.
Chandler has them now.
Yeah, we've played it so many times that I.
And we only
Know
have
all
one
the
bonus
cards.
pack, so.
Yeah.
And there's like
Well,
probably like 8
I
more
think
now.
we talked about this last time. If we can just get everyone to buy one of the
Expansion, yeah.
expansions,
Yeah.
have the a set here. That'd be pretty nice.
Right.
Also, they sell it at Barnes & Noble too. We have a games like a table game, like card game shop locally
Yeah.
that sells all of them. So
The one over on 5th.
over by Cold Stone, yeah.
Game Haven.
Yeah, and then there's another one over by Costa Vida.
Oh yeah, there is actually, yeah.
That one's
Is
cool,
it-
they have a lot of cool
Are they
comics.
priced pretty well, or are they more expensive?
It's probably cheaper off Amazon, but
Yeah. Is it worth the wait, though?
that's the thing. Probably.
You have Prime, don't you?
Forrest does.
I do indeed
I'd
have
give
Prime.
I'd give you the money and just have you order it. There we go.
Make it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have Prime. Of all
I
people,
just-
I think you would have had
I
it.
did. I've had it
Or
for.
kept it.
I had it for a while. I just.
Didn't use it enough.
My problem was the exact opposite.
Oh, you use it too much.
I justified myself buying stuff because like, oh, I have Prime,
Right.
so I was
No,
like, maybe I should just not have Prime anymore.
So what's the difference between Prime and normal?
Prime, you get 2-day free
Guaranteed.
shipping, guaranteed on most stuff.
If not sooner, sooner. I think
How much
I
is
have my
it?
things.
It's like
100.
Oh,
Or
Prime?
$12 or $13 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 120 a year.
They bumped it up because it used to be like $100 a year.
I did the math one year and it saved like my shipping like totals would have been like $400 or $500. So it saved me,
A lot.
good money. So if you use Amazon, even if you order maybe 2 things a month off Amazon, it's totally worth it. Plus their Amazon video thing is pretty big now. What is it called, Forrest?
Which one?
Just their Amazon video.
Amazon Video?
Oh, that comes with. Oh, like the or the actual video
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know what it's called.
So yeah, you can just get Amazon Prime Video, and then you can there's a you can get Showtime, HBO, all that shit. I don't know what it's
And
called.
don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and you can sub to us
Free
for
subs.
free.
You get less
Selfless plug. Sorry about that, guys.
Did Amazon buy Twitch?
Yes.
Did you hear that
Jeff
Crunchyroll
Bezos.
and Funimation are splitting?
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they
That's
finally did
shitty.
it.
That sucks because that means now you're gonna have to pay for both.
I always had Crunchyroll, and it doesn't really affect it. I think
the hell's
what affects
Crunchyroll?
it was Funimation.
Anime.
Sushi rolled in.
I'm
just kidding.
Funimation, they're gonna be taking away a few shows,
Can I smell that e-cig?
a few big shows like Dragon Ball
Was that on your
Z.
dick?
That was just warming it up
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
you.
say, just keeping it warm for you.
Put my
Yeah, I
mouth
think
for
the
sure.
only main
Do
ones I
you-
remember is Dragon Ball Z, Fairy Tail, and like a couple others.
I might give you
remember
money
a big
so
time.
you can buy me
No.
something on Prime.
Because they were the ones that did all the
You have to give me money.
sub.
It doesn't.
Dub,
I pay for it anyway.
all the
So.
dub.
Alright.
I want a new gi.
Hmm?
A new gi.
For jiu-jitsu.
Jitsu.
Manuel
Oh.
did it a little bit too, didn't you?
I still am doing because I have one. I just don't want to do it just yet because my arm is still hurting.
Where did you go?
I'm going to UCTC.
Okay.
Hey, spell
That's
it.
where I go.
Spell what? It's GI.
Oh.
How much is it a month there?
If you're by yourself, it's 120 a month, but you can
Yeah, with Prime you get a
do
couple
whatever
days.
you want in there.
Well, this one's
You
Amazon
can choose
choice.
the classes you do.
You can go to all the classes in a day.
So with Prime,
or
yeah.
every day.
I want like a hypnotic one.
Yeah,
Dude,
just
you
let me
should
know.
look up the Japanese graphic ones. They actually look really nice. Or there's a Venom one. There was a Venom one that was actually pretty cool.
I saw a Ninja Turtles one. Kind of cool.
Asian? No, Japanese.
Freedom.
Wait, what did you put? What did you put? Asian what?
Asian shit.
Oh,
shirt! I thought that's what you typed, though.
I didn't type shirt. Definitely, that R should not be there.
Oh, you actually meant.
There we go. Oh, here you go, Manuel. You look real cute in that.
I wouldn't mind.
Ooh, welcome to Flavor Town. I'm gonna start sending Forrest a bunch of my weeb memes. I want to understand them. You can send them.
That's not bad. 120.
Haha, that's pretty funny.
If you get another family member with you that apparently has to live with you, it drops it down to. This is the part I'm still a little bit confused. If they say you pay 120, but the next person pays only 70, and so I asked so each one pays $100, and they didn't say yes, but they didn't say no. So I'm confused if each of you, when two people are in the same account, if it's $100 each, or if it's
100 total.
120. I guess it's the same account, so
Small
it doesn't
grants
really
say
matter.
good night.
So it's $100 each, so 200
Good night.
instead of 4. Just yeah.
Good night.
That
Sleep
is
tight.
crazy.
But yeah, they have their main thing is jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, boxing, sorry, as well.
Like kickboxing or just boxing?
Boxing. My little brother, I think I'm pretty close to getting my mom to sign him up, and if that happens, I can get a free month. So,
At UCTC?
Turn your brother into
I just
a little
train at Gracie
monster.
Jiu-Jitsu in Salt Lake.
yeah.
I did one in Kaysville. It was okay. I don't know. It was a Renzo Gracie gym, which is cool. I just wanted to go to like the OG Gracie style though.
Mhm.
It's expensive.
I did jiu-jitsu for like 2 weeks, and then in each week I only went like once, only because the first time guys that were super experienced were going too rough and then like messed up my leg a little bit. And then the next week, well, I was like kind of like okay with my leg. Not only like the people that were still, I guess mainly just experienced people, were trying to practice on one arm too much, and then when they didn't understand it, the whatever his name is, the teacher or whatever, came over and used me as an example how to do it, and he kept pulling too hard, and my arm was just giving out, and it was just killing the next few days. And like doing weights right now or moving it a certain way, it feels like I pulled something in my shoulder.
Dude,
So I'm just holding off on that.
I'm sore every day after. I'm like, this sucks, but like I feel so great after.
Most of my right arm gets sore. Sometimes the left.
It's mainly my wrist.
My shoulder blades.
You just wrist it. Just
No, 'cause you gotta do it and you go like this.
Manuel just holds his arm.
I bring the lats into it.
So certain people can't hear it.
Oh.
Super quick.
She's like, what's on my arm?
I don't know. It's fun. I personally liked it a lot though.
I'm just mainly doing Muay Thai, and that's
How many
Like-
times?
I don't know. This is my personal opinion. I don't know jack shit about fighting. I feel like Muay Thai, like I want to learn it because like it's great to have ground game and everything, but like we're not really like striking. Like I don't know. You can only do so much, but I feel like that can go both ways. Like you're learning Muay Thai, like you could probably kick the shit out of me, but if I get you on the ground, like you're fucked, kind of a thing.
yeah.
But
They have their own advantages.
if you know both, then it's like
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's
So
definitely good to do
there's this
both.
show on Netflix that my friend told me about. It's like I think it's called Fight World.
Hey.
Have you heard of it or seen it?
What is it?
Fight World.
I saw it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
it called? Fight World.
Fight World. So like the first one, the guy from the Kingdom, the boxing show,
Mm-hmm.
the Kingdom, there's a main guy. I think it's the dad in that show is the guy who does it. The first episode is about boxing in Mexico. The second one was about Muay Thai. Muay Thai, they call it the art of 8 limbs. And they call it that because I think they say it's your, how is it, your feet, your knees, your
hands and elbows.
Your hands and elbows. And then right after that episode, which was pretty interesting, was the art of 9 limbs, which is Letway, I think it's called, and they use their head.
Mm.
And I'm like, holy fuck! I saw some of their matches, like their ending, just their faces swell up.
Headbutting.
Is jiu-jitsu on there?
I haven't finished it, so I don't know. I think it's just different areas they're fighting. I think it's new, so I don't know.
Salty's already sending me his weeb shit. You're gonna get your teeth brushed.
You used to go to the UTCC, right?
A long time ago. Not for long either.
It's just so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
That's my one thing I hate, but I'm committed to it, so I actually like it a lot, though.
I'm forcibly committed to it, even though I do want to go.
Forcibly? How?
As in, like, they tell you, like, there's no contract, but you have to stay with them at least 6 months or a year, or else you'll still keep paying. Like, so that's pretty much a contract.
If there's no contract, though, do you sign paperwork?
I mean, the way they say it, and there is some thing you sign. Only I think it was mainly just to say that they're not liable if you get hurt or something like that. I never actually paid attention to it, which I didn't care, because I knew it was like, well, I mean, that sounds like a contract, but I don't really care. But yeah,
What you didn't know is you sold your first son.
probably.
Yeah.
It's okay. The girl, it's fine.
Yeah.
If it's a boy, that's why I'm training.
There you go. You're gonna be cursed to have 14
I'll be
daughters,
Bruce Lee for a
though.
little bit.
Hey man,
Work my way up.
how many times have you jerked off in the same bed when your wife's sleeping?
0.
What? I was in a relationship. I wasn't even married, and I did it.
Yeah, same.
Well, she was sleeping next to
You
you.
just took a fucking sock under the bed. She'll find that later. Just pretend it's not. Oh man, my feet must have been real sweaty that day.
You know what?
Oh, yeah,
Instead of putting them away, you just wrap them up, put it in there.
And they're
In her
stuck
drawer.
under the bed. Like,
Put them in
wait,
her drawer.
Forrest, why you fucking only wearing one sock? I don't know where the other one went.
Disappeared.
Just put them in her drawer, so in the morning when she picks up socks, she grabs them and puts them on.
I don't know.
Just
What's
I've
this
been
pee-pee?
single for a very long time.
What's this white stuff? Oh, man.
So
ugh.
So it's easier for me. I'm like, well, 5 times in a day, that's not gonna hurt. And then I cry. So long.
So long.
Never mind. It's gonna go too far with the rest of that sentence, but you know, I'm not.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Damn, dude. Sick cloud.
Oh yeah.
Sick vape. Oh my god. You see that? You see that?
This place is on fire. It's lit.
A vape legend is among us.
Do some tricks.
Damn!
Damn, I just felt his chi, man.
Let's drop the dubstep.
You guys watch McDojo life videos?
No, never heard of that.
Me neither.
Oh my god, you
You
should
ever watch
pull
Happy
it
Tree
up.
Friends?
I have.
A long time ago.
It's like the fake martial artist videos.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Use my inner chi, man.
My favorite ones are when they get people to go expose them. Because there was the one where it was the guy who said that he could build a force field with his hands. So he had this like MMA fighter come because he wanted to prove to him that he was real. Or no, the MMA fighter wanted to disprove that it was prove that this guy was bullshit. So what they did is they got on their knees and this guy would sit there and build like this force field, and he's like sitting there shaking, and he would tell the MMA guy like, try and hit me in the face, because he won't be able to. And they're sitting there like, okay, and the MMA guy's like, just say when, and he's like, okay, go ahead, and he just decks him right in the face, breaks his nose.
Oh!
Yeah. And like he's like bleeding everywhere, and he's like, let's do it again. And he tries to do it again, but this time the dude tries to like swat his hand, and he misses and just gets hit in the face again really hard.
How do they still go for it if they know they're just gonna get fucking decked?
I don't know.
Or just
Self-pride.
or just
working,
hope to
his toe
God,
was
hope to
pointing
God
up.
that this might work.
Well, none of that shit's real.
It's like I don't know how like they get the followers and the believers.
I don't know.
Just reminds me of that religion, like the part of the religion where like, ha!
It's just simple-minded folk who will listen to someone who seems like they know what they're talking about.
If you believe it hard enough,
Yeah, it's in
it
everybody.
can be true.
You just have to connect all your chi chakra.
Just gotta believe.
Oh, that
You too
crap.
can walk on water like the
Are
Hidden
you
Leaf
a
Village.
believer?
Of what?
Walking on water?
Chakras.
She just did it. Why can't I?
Yeah.
What
What
kind
about
of
the
thing?
whole chakra crap? Do you believe in that?
No.
No.
Chakra, inner chakra.
Why is that making that? That's the
I
worst
think
vibrating noise.
chakra is just a way to try and say that you're healthy or unhealthy.
I know a lot of people that believe heavy into it, so like I don't know. I haven't done enough research to. Maybe your body gives off some weird energies. I have no idea.
I'm sure it does, but I don't think there's points in your body.
I've
that
seen
have.
fucking Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So, you tell me that's fake.
It might be.
If you tell me Spider-Man's not real, I'll
Swear
kill
to God.
myself. Spider-Man 3, baby.
Uncle
Until the
Ben.
vape nick.
Don't you ever say that name in vain.
Uncle Ben deserved to die.
Until the Vape Nation attacked.
Yeah, I don't really buy the chakra stuff.
I could see it being true to a certain point.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, only because I really would want it to be true.
Right. That's the Eastern medicine stuff. Some of it's probably true, and some of it's probably a little,
Exaggerated.
you know, tradition.
Tradition.
It's tradition for so long that.
Tradition.
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 Play your chakra. No, there's not these colored stones throughout my body.
I don't know. You don't know about crystals. You ever been to college for crystals? Doubt it.
Those are the ones that really get me. Just the big giggles.
The what?
Like the
Big
crystal stones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
Can you feel this one? Give
I
it
don't
a
know.
kick.
I say they work for sure. Because that one time I was wearing an arrowhead necklace, and that girl came up. Oh man, there's probably a lot of energy in that necklace. And
You're right, there is. There's all the energy in this ween, too.
Yeah.
no, but then I got asked twice that night. Some guy came up to me. I think he was trying. He was really nice, but I was wearing an arrowhead necklace, and he's like, "Oh, still rocking the shark tooth, huh?" And then because he thought I was wearing a shark tooth neck, and I was like, "Fuck you!" And he came up and his friend was super nice. He's like, "I'm just giving shit, man." He's like, "Oh, it's an arrowhead. Damn, so I'm wrong." And then they talked to me and Cameron for like 10 minutes, and then they were nice. He was trying to roast me, but he was nice. Sometimes we just need shit given to us, I think.
a sweet roast, right?
Yeah, there's what's his
Still
name?
rocking the shark tooth necklace. I'm
This-
Native American asshole.
This one
I
comedian.
can
Who is
prove
it?
it by getting a DNA test.
Damn.
I did 23andMe. Check it out.
One of the stand-up comedians talks about that. He talked about how he moved to LA from like some super cold place like Upper New York, and he's like, you go there and like people are super sensitive. He's like, you realize like it's because they don't have to deal with the cold. They don't have to be tough-skinned. Like he's like, they're living luxury here.
No.
So because he was talking about how he's like, I moved to California and I was just trying to make friends with people. He's like, so I saw this hipster with tight jeans. I was like, oh dude, your jeans are so tight I can see your balls. You're gonna be called bald jeans guy. And he's like, his friend came. He's like, no, it's Eric. He's not bald jeans guy. He's like, no, I'm just joking around. Like, you guys seemed as tight as his pants. He's like, dude, you're being really insensitive right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's so funny just him talking about it. It's like, it's true though, you know. You don't ever have to, you know, especially in like cold areas. It's just California, especially like not when you're paying a lot in California, like certain areas, like you're living on the fucking beach.
Yeah.
You can afford to be sensitive and have feelings like gays and women.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is weird though to think that, our country is so diverse in the fact that weather can really dictate how people think.
It's weird, man.
Or how they do.
Definitely how they drive.
Especially right
Like, I wanna
Yeah, but
live in-
the difference though, Manuel, is if you take any Utah driver during the winter and go put them in like Washington during their winter, they're going to be the best driver.
No.
Yeah, I was in Washington. There was like an inch of snow, like barely an inch. People
Bitch, you
didn't,
get an inch tonight.
people didn't know what the fuck to do. The whole city shut down. No one was on the streets, and the people on the streets had no idea how to drive.
It's so fucking cold.
I think the driving thing is state by state. I think every state thinks they have the worst drivers because every state just has bad drivers.
They do.
I don't know,
I think
though.
there's just a little bit more than just bad driving here in Utah.
I don't know.
They're like, I don't give a fuck, bad driver in Utah.
I think that's everywhere though. Because I don't think.
I still get more people here.
How many people do you know will openly admit to being a bad driver?
None.
No one.
Okay, so is it you who's the bad driver, or is it the other
Well,
people?
so far, all the incidents. I mean, in my view,
It's
I
the
know,
other people,
But
right?
I will admit there have been a lot of times where I'm like, oh shit, that was my bad. But
So yeah,
more
what
times
I'm
than I can count where it's the other person. That
right. So what I'm
isn't.
saying is, I think that everyone thinks they're a good driver. So then that in turn
What are you trying to
makes
say?
that we're all probably bad at driving.
What are you trying to say? That I'm a shitty driver?
Yeah,
Ooh.
you're not as bad as J Drum though. Calling you out, J
I
Drum.
would say
You scare me
if
when
you're
I
a bad
drive.
driver, if I look down, if I'm okay to look at my phone while you're driving, then I'm comfortable.
Dude, I don't trust anyone. I always I look at my phone, but I always have to look up, always, and just look. Every time someone's turning, I always look as well. It's just a habit of mine.
Damn.
How many of you are guilty for texting and driving?
Yeah, I don't even text. I do everything while driving. Actually, I text if I get a text, but like my worst one is music.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to connect
That's
my
really the
goddamn
only thing.
Bluetooth to my radio. So like, there's so many times where I'm like I've been better recently because I realized that I need to stop doing it. So like, I'll be driving up my street and like, it's not a very like wide street, so there's cars parked on both sides, and I'll just be like trying to connect my goddamn Bluetooth, and I'll look, I'm like, oh shit, and like I gotta stop doing that. So I'm consciously aware that I was doing that, so I'm okay now. Like, I'll go to a stop sign now to connect my Bluetooth, but like
Right.
for a while there, I was lucky I didn't hit any cars because like I've been looking at my phone, like connecting the Bluetooth, and like, oh god, like I've been pretty much my wrecks so far is luck because
Right.
it's bad decisions.
I've gotten lucky like that. Not necessarily using.
Sometimes
like, a
you
phone,
drink too
but
much
just getting
coffee and you shouldn't be
distracted.
driving, and you're playing on your phone.
I think that's
Just
my
kidding.
biggest thing is just like the phone or for music.
That's always.
But for texting, I used to be back in high school. I used to do it all the time, and I want to say that I was actually pretty good at doing it. Now that I look back and actually try, like the last time I tried texting, I'm like, no, can't do it. Can't multitask like this. But yeah, I don't think I do it really anymore.
Yeah, mine's just music.
My car doesn't allow me to do that, so I don't.
Mm.
Mine doesn't have an aux cord or a Bluetooth,
No.
so I just listen to the radio. It's pretty shitty, and the CD player doesn't work. I
Damn.
can't even listen to CDs, so I just listen to 92.5.
Hey, there you go.
We were listening to 92.5 with Manuel, and it reminded me of that. Do you know that station in Vegas? Like it's always like playing like party like.
Yeah.
And apparently they do it on weekends. I don't ever listen to the radio, but like it was playing like remix shit on
Yeah,
tonight. So
yeah, they do it every Friday, Saturday night.
I was like, this reminds me of that Vegas station. I love it because like just gives me nostalgia because like you get close to Vegas and all of a sudden you start getting this party like your station switch from Utah to Nevada, and all of a sudden you're getting this fucking Vegas party music. And you're like, ooh, I'm about to not party this weekend. We haven't really, we went when we were like what? How old were we? 19. we went to Vegas and we couldn't do any of the fun stuff, and we haven't been to Vegas. Well, I've been, like, we stopped there and stuff, but, like, we didn't make it. We haven't had a trip to Vegas since, like, to do fun stuff.
Since 2008. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, since we were in 8th grade.
Pretty much.
No, that was, like, 2013.
I just think it's money.
It is, yeah.
Because I want to go to Vegas.
It'd be fun if we, had disposable money to go do all the fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
Because, if we want to ride the party bus in Vegas, go to the clubs, that's probably, quite a bit of money. Not quite a bit, a couple $100 at least, and then chances are your wife is going to give birth to a black son.
You right.
Shit. If I get married and if she's not black, that's going to be weird. It's going to be like Jesus and all over again.
Right.
I go away for 6 months and all of a sudden my wife's pregnant and giving birth to the fucking savior. Wow. This must be God's son.
Right.
What kind of deal did you find on Groupon? This sucks.
God damn it. Oh, shit. At least my son will have a big... Damn.
Wow.
Salty's gonna have to give it to you, because I don't know how. But don't be a fucking cunt in our chat, please.
Just a boy.
I'm happy.
What's up, Ace Platinum?
I'll do it. Oh, I'm glad you're happy, Ace Platinum.
What brings you to happy?
Happy because Forrest and West have other friends.
Hey!
We have other friends. Yeah. Jordan hasn't been here in a while. He's fucking back.
Yeah, dude. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I was in the car ride.
Yeah, we did the car cast.
I fell asleep.
If I had chat gone on my mobile now. No, you're good, Salty. I got it. I figured it out.
Should we talk about what we were going to talk about, Jordan? The stoned ape theory?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you know anything about that, Manuel?
What?
Are you here
This
with us? Miss what?
Yes, I am here, but ask the question again.
Stoned ape theory. Do you know anything about it?
Guess why you're sick? While you're thinking about it? Yeah, they've been here before.
I used to have that beard and long hair.
I can juice it. You can think about the
That
theory.
is okay.
I can juice it.
Oh no.
Juicy, Big Daddy.
Coming from the side.
Savage! What's
Hey,
up,
Savage,
man?
how you doing? Good lord.
You just lick your fingers.
Yep.
Does it taste gross?
Makes my mouth
Numb.
no, watery, and my tongue tingles a little bit. 'Cause of
Salivation.
nicotine.
What is that? That's a cool mod.
Huh?
It's a cool mod. Snow wool.
Smock.
Smoke.
Oh
No,
my
that's
god,
cool.
I already know where this is going.
I did guess
Ben and Jerry. That's so kawaii. Have you thought about our question yet and formed a response?
Oh shit. No, I do not. Not that I can think of right now.
So, I thought you looked at me weird.
Oh.
I thought you
No,
were
I
gonna
looked
say something funny, but
I looked,
For the
I looked over and you were
explanation.
looking at me weird. I was like, was I supposed to say something? I was like, am I about to get roasted?
no, I looked
Jared
at
was
you.
looking at me.
I thought you looked at me, and I was like, are you gonna roast me?"
And I was looking at the east.
Oh,
And then I looked at everyone was looking at me. I was like, oh shit, am I supposed to be saying something?
The camera fell.
What?
Can't see the old man's face.
Oh, it's just
because I
the-
scrolled.
Oh, I was like,
So I was
That's a
watching that.
creepy.
so basically, the idea is
Sorry.
get it all out. A little bit more, I think, is down. Get real down there. There we go.
did Casper's skull fuck you?
Get you 2 hands on the back of your head.
Too much of a mouthful, so I had to spit it out.
That's usually how it goes.
True. That's the noise I like to hear. What? Yeah, there we go.
We're not speaking clicks. Come on.
You're bringing Ugandan knuckles back? The meme dead. So the whole theory is that how we developed is from apes to a being with intellect.
Are you talking about evolution?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh.
Are you okay?
Sometimes things taste like burnt cotton.
Oh, gross.
I think I picked that.
Good luck.
What?
Goddamn, Jordan.
What did you just say?
I don't believe in evolution.
You don't believe in evolution?
No.
What do you believe in?
What the fuck? You don't believe in facts?
No.
Okay, so anyways, we'll talk about that in a minute. That it's hard to focus now.
It's just
I was too
makes
good.
me think of Adam and Eve.
Damn.
Wait, so you
2 OGs.
I can't. You're being serious.
two
You don't believe
OGs.
in proven facts.
The 2 OGs. Damn, I've never heard of it like that before. The fucking 2 OGs, man.
No.
That's all they're gonna
I
be
know.
addressed as now.
I'm in a in between. Like something created something and then it just left it alone.
See, the theory of evolution, though, it kind of like disproves the whole
OG
Adam and Eve theory.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in that whole Adam and Eve. Like, I don't really think
The
that-
OGs, though.
It's like, okay, Adam and Eve, it's like they're the first people. It's like, okay, well then, in like all of our pictures and paintings of them depicted, they look like normal people. But I'm like,
And
they're
white.
well, I'm like,
what the
yeah.
hell is up?
I'm like, the first people we know of, like, don't they come from Africa?
Well,
And I was like-
they could have been albino.
So
I
it's
don't
like,
know that.
The way I
Maybe.
see it is, so there's the Patriots, right? They're always good, right?
Every year they're gonna have a
Patriots
positive record.
are always good.
12-4
And
normally.
people hate the Patriots fans.
Right.
That's what it's like being white.
Lizard people?
Right.
I hate being a fan of the winning team.
Right.
What you're saying is...
And it's okay if you cheat, as long as you cheat to the top.
We've done it for centuries.
Hey, Still City, what's up, man?
Oh, you came at a rough time.
Thank you for the raid. You about to get the... Whew. So...
Anyways, Steelers are the worst team.
I mean, that
Oh,
movie...
damn.
What's that movie? Ape? Dawn of the Ape?
Planet of the Apes?
Planet of the Apes? Or is
That
it?
was bullshit. It's like, well, how the fuck would this be true?
What do you mean?
It's a fiction movie, man.
No. just in general. Just apes. It made me think of apes, of what you guys were talking about, how they were evolving.
The ape
On the
lot
base.
of
How is
Yeah.
Forrest this week?
He said, speaking of, on the topic of albinos.
That's the
Damn, was this a fucking roast? I gotta pee real quick.
Don't we all?
that's the whole point of the stone
Damn,
ape
I
theory.
had
It's
shoes
on-
like that on earlier. I changed it. We could have imagined.
We got the hype too, boys.
So
Hype.
stone ape theory, it's like these monkeys they start off in the trees and they come down. They're like,
Did aliens bring them down?
no, like
Yeah.
they're in the trees and they get down from the trees and they're like, whoa, there's like this weird thing growing out of the ground. And they ate it and they tripped nuts and then they evolved over time and then that's who we are now today is these monkeys who
Is that
are
what
eating psychedelic
what's-
mushrooms.
the theory is?
So yeah, the theory basically is how humans became who we are with like an intelligent
Through
process and consciousness.
Psychoactive,
But-
whatever that is.
psychedelic mushrooms.
Psychedelic. There we go.
I feel like it shouldn't even be called the stoned ape theory. It should be like the stoned ape hypotenuse. Hypothesis, yeah. Hypotenuse. Jesus, what are we in math class?
I mean, you can if you
That
want to.
Sokotoa angle, dog.
I just need my ruler. I just need my ruler. You know, put your hands on the table.
Coincidence that he's got to pee real quick after I roast him? Nah, he just got to get away from the roast. Hey, thank you for the hype, though, Still City. I appreciate that, man. How was your stream? How many wins? You bringing those dubs in for the boys? Yeah, so it's basically, because there's always been considered that missing link where they can't prove, like, fully prove that there is an evolution from ape to man.
So
There's, like,
whoa.
Yeah, there's Forrest.
I was like, sounds like some.
So there's always been something missing. What a lot of people are, well, the theory or hypothesis that's getting brought up is that how we evolved was just from different plants being
Accidentally
consumed.
ingesting?
Yes, being consumed and triggering chemicals in the brain, which make the brain run. And over time, if it's running, you'll start having a little bit more knowledge. You'll start gaining consciousness. Because, like, you know, we've all allegedly have done, you know, psychoactive substances.
How did this theory come up? Like, what were their
It makes
reasons to say?
Well, one of the big reasons right now is there is a group of apes in the jungle right now that are basically at our Bronze Age. So they are
hand tools and stuff.
They have hand tools. They have things to protect them from rain. They are building a civilization, and there's also, I believe, psychedelic substances near them. So people think they're consuming that, and that is how they're progressing into this age of knowledge.
Visions.
Right. Not much wins. Been drinking. Real drunk. Hey, man, it happens.
Well, like jaguars, they eat like the 2 psychoactive containing plants that make ayahuasca or DMT.
And they get fucked up.
Yeah, they just like
do?
lay there like.
They do the
What
opposite,
is it
though.
koalas do? Don't they?
They eat
the leaves.
eucalyptus, but that just fucks them up. That's like us smoking weed.
Right.
So they just sit there and eat it all day, and they just get high as shit. But not
That's hilarious.
Love
That's
to
why
be
they're
a
like.
koala.
right, but it's not
But
the
but it only affects them, right?
eucalyptus. Yeah, and pandas. I think pandas get a little high
I
too.
think so.
Same family tree.
Right.
But it's not that kind of high that's triggering anything. It's the, you know, the psychoactive. Hey,
Still steady.
thank you for the sub, man. You know, so it's just a weird theory that's coming around, and it kind of makes sense. In, you know,
Adam
it gives
and Eve.
us
Hell yeah.
Adam and Eve. It gives us a
teachable.
piece of evidence that we weren't able to ever see, but
I mean, I can't say like full heartedly believe it, but like
yeah,
it's
me
definitely
neither.
interesting.
So
And
what
to
you're
see, like-
saying is that Adam and Eve were monkeys.
Yes, Manuel. And
I
they
can
ate
see
some
that.
mushrooms.
The real OGs.
The real
Mushrooms,
OGs.
aka the apple,
Yeah, and it tripped
from
them
the
out.
forbidden tree that was too tall, but really it was like something like this.
Just like a baby tree.
And the
Yeah,
snake
maybe-
was really just a worm.
Yeah, maybe it was just
Or they
the
just saw
worm
the
from
snake.
like Alice in Wonderland.
They saw the snake because they did so much mushrooms.
Probably.
I caught a snake today.
Did you
saw
keep
that.
it?
So maybe it was monkeys all the time, and they were so smart that they just created these stories that were like humans, but really we're not humans. We
Well,
see each other as humans, but we're
True.
I don't know. We should all get together and do big piles of stuff.
not.
Allegedly got Snapchats for some stuff. So want to do some stuff.
Stuff like food.
Yeah.
I
You
like
eat
food. I like food.
You consume.
It's organic, natural, non-GMO.
Yeah. Sometimes you put it on your steak.
Ooh.
Sometimes you
Put it on your pizza.
yeah.
And give it to
Kittens.
There's one that's called shiitake.
Sometimes it grows in your yard.
Don't eat those ones though. They're probably pretty gross.
Probably kill. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want those.
See, it's weird. Mushrooms, they're like super. Mushrooms can kill you. They
G'day,
can
Still
heal
City.
you, and they can teach you.
Super drunk. Don't stumble and fall down or fall while you're trying to get to bed.
For real. But don't you agree? Like, you take like a cordyceps mushroom or a shiitake, and it's good for your immune system. It boosts like your respiratory system if it's like a cordyceps. But say you eat like a fly agaric, like death cap, you're dead in hours. But you eat a psilocybin mushroom, and you're going to
One-floor
Mars.
apartment. You should be good then, Still City.
Yeah, you're golden.
Yeah, it is weird too because mushrooms have so many benefits.
And they're like people. They're living things. They breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide.
Well, they're closer than
They're
us
real
than they are to
delicious when you
plants.
dip them in ranch.
I think that's what trips me out is they're closer to us than they are closer to plants.
Some people think they're our ancestors, man.
Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention.
Mushrooms, fungi.
Oh.
They're closer DNA. Was it DNA wise?
Mm-hmm.
To humans than they are to plants.
Yeah, and he's a fun guy too.
They might be able to think. I don't know.
He's like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Yeah, if he eats me, boy.
I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna kill him.
Right.
I just want him to learn, man.
Pretty much.
I don't know. That whole theory is interesting because I don't know. It's such a new one that there's not full blown evidence because it's the same thing with a lot of these, theories. Is like, it sounds great on paper, but how do we prove that's right?
Well, and I'm gonna feel like a shitbag too, though. Like, say like we all die tomorrow, and like, I wake up and I'm in heaven, and like I'm with my friends. I'm like, we were wrong.
Yeah.
What if a ship comes down and it's like alien shaped, but he comes down and he announces himself to everyone saying, I am God.
I'd say, bull, prove it.
Yeah, show us some
What would
shit.
you do?
I bet. What's up, dog?
Then he just grabs the camera and
I'd
goes,
pipe him.
Pipe him down, dude. Give
Comes
him
in
the-
December. He's getting that dick down December.
Yeah, he is.
I'm dicking down the Lord and Savior. He's my bitch.
He's like, what do you want? It's like a puppy right now. Boom. Right.
Oh, if he asks what I want,
I'm like,
bend over. And I'm dicking down the God.
I want powers. Superpowers.
I think if you come in God's asshole, then you are God.
Oh, Ace Platinum. If you died tomorrow, I'd be sad. Oh. Well, thank you.
Salty said he was about to type the fun guy joke. Sorry about our internet lagging out, guys, but it'll come back. It should be good, actually.
What's the craziest drug you would do?
I don't know. I would really consider doing pi peyote. But that would probably be as intense as I could go. If there's anything more intense than that, then I don't know.
DMT.
Nah, I don't think I would do that.
I consider it.
Doing DMT.
Is it? Yeah, because I'm like,
It's a 10-minute trip.
I know, and I've done the evil little brother,
Salvia.
and like,
Wait, salvia?
Have you done salvia?
Oh, hell yeah. I love that stuff.
What's it like? I could never get it to work.
really?
Just put mushrooms
No.
and weed together, and having mushrooms being more of the dominant of what you're smoking.
No way.
Dude,
way
I
more
fucking
worse.
hate that though.
The thing is, I've mixed both of them, and that's exactly what happens.
Dude, like back in the day when I was in
That's
Corporal.
way longer.
Oh,
Salvia is
it
the
is.
same thing. It's like 10 minutes.
Oh,
Not
I-
as strong, but it lasts a lot.
Allegedly, when I was doing mushrooms, I was like, man, I'm like freaking out. I need to like chill out. So I went to smoke, and it was just like, I was like, oh god! I'm like reaching for shit. I am just going down a deep rabbit hole of scary.
I've never had a bad trip.
I've had plenty.
I've always had enjoyable trips, whether it be real or not.
My last one, dude, it was bad. I did such a little dose too. It was like maybe 4 grams. And I was up Farmington Canyon. I'm like looking into the mountains. I was like, whoa, it's cool. I'm like in an Avatar world. The color is beautiful. I look down to the side of me and I see this swirling vortex and it's black and there's like crossbones in it. I'm like slowly falling out of my chair, like I'm getting sucked into this thing. Like I did fall out of the chair. I was like, oh, freaking out. I'm like, what just happened? I like started to cry. I was scared.
Well,
Dude, it was bad. We went to Dairy Queen
I think
after.
Deep
People
the one-
knew.
the one thing
Get that blizzard.
that I can say that's
Best
like,
way to finish the night. Hammy.
the one thing I like
Kobe.
that I think that different from mushrooms and then salvia is mushrooms you can tell time. I would say, at least for me, so far.
It's like
No, you don't.
Time is so weird on it.
But
It's,
for like
I haven't done.
For
I think I
salvia-
need to do them again.
for
Allegedly.
salvia, how short it lasts, it feels like a lifetime sometimes.
Yeah.
I've lived an eternity in something. I still don't know what I ingested. And I lived an eternity. I was stuck in my own consciousness in darkness for an eternity. And it was hell.
You know that movie?
that sounds scary. Was it super
This
scary?
guy-
It literally, I thought that my thoughts like like, so my eyes were closed, so that probably didn't help. But so like I thought that darkness, I was just stuck in space. I felt like I was stuck in space with only my consciousness for eternity. Like I was like, oh, this is it. This is this for eternity.
When was this one? This
Sounds
experience?
like rapping.
That's the rough one I had.
Oh yeah.
What happened? Or you don't want to say it, like?
I will like I won't, but like so, what happened was I did something and then like, we went to this hotel and like I was walking. I was like, ooh, this isn't right. And by the time we got to the hotel, I just laid in the bed. Jen used to have a video of it, but so I just laid in bed and like, I would just, all I said for like 2 hours was, oh shit, like fuck, and I would like rub my knees, go. And like that's all I did for like 2 hours, like for like it seemed like literally an eternity. I thought I would just my thoughts in darkness for eternity, and I would come into like reality, but it wasn't reality. Like if we were in this room right now, I would like look, and then like you guys wouldn't be like, you would look super, it'd like look like cartoon people, you know, and then like it would like be like 15 seconds and then it would like fade away to the darkness
I wouldn't
again.
mind seeing myself as a 2D.
But then I would come back in and everyone would look different, so it was almost like I was coming into like kind of like, you know, Rick and Morty, you know, there's different realities of people. It's like I was coming into different realities of people for like an hour straight, but it like for me it was like an eternity. And then finally where I was able to like, oh fuck, like shit, I'm here, I'm just fucked up. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I was the dinosaur, like I don't know what it's called.
I was a dinosaur.
It was the dinosaurs where they just have like bones around like that, but they're bald and they headbutt each other.
Oh, that dinosaur. I know.
And I
Do
was
they have
that.
long necks?
No. Let's see.
It's literally, it's like their hard shell skull open. I forget what they're called, but it was in
I don't know what they're
Jurassic
fucking
World,
called, but
Jurassic
like
World.
I looked in the mirror. That guy, that fucking son of a bitch. But I was blue. And
Like that one?
yeah, that's what I fucking look like in the mirror.
Oh my god!
And that's what literally like just, but like yeah, it was more. It's funny now.
Oh man!
But I looked in the mirror, it's my face on like this bald son of a bitch, and like yeah, it's real funny now.
Not in the moment.
I'm sorry, it's too funny.
I literally looked like that in the mirror, and I was like, oh god. And then like I threw up. I threw up, and like Chandler, that's when Chandler started recording. When I was just in the bathroom, I was like, I'm gonna stand up now, and I sat down like, ooh, and then I was like way more fucked up than I thought, and I was just like, everything's all, yeah, I was fucked up, and I was just going.
What was it? Was that the night where you like stood like, got up randomly and pointed at everyone and like named them off?
No, I was just drunk that night.
Oh, you were drunk that night,
dude.
That night, I drank like. Fucked, and I was proving points drinking. Like
yeah.
I was making a name for myself, and they stopped on the freeway. And I literally started throwing up on the side of the fucking freeway. But yeah, I started.
It's just Tim the Tap Man.
Oh.
But I started puking on the side of the freeway, and then I hopped into the front of my friend's truck, and I was like, just go. And they were driving, and I was puking in, like, out of the back of the truck. And then I ended up in this bathroom. It was real nice because I had heated floors. So I was laying on the heated floor, and then they were just, like, started fucking with me before they went to do whatever the fuck they were doing, because I was way drunker than anyone, so I was donezo. So then I was, like, blackout drunk, passed out, and then just randomly I woke up, and I was like, I named everyone there. I was like, I know who the fuck you are. Don't fuck with me right now. And then they were like, and then I spit on Brock.
Damn.
and then I just apparently passed out again. And then there's just a video of me like ragdoll, and they're just putting me in this attic, and it's on fucking Facebook, and I'm just getting put in this attic. And then the next day,
It is?
Yeah. And the next day I woke up, and I was naked, and
I love the last.
I was naked,
what he
and
says.
the only thing I had was a Wendy's apron and a bottle of water. So I was like, and my phone was there too. So I called Chandler, and I was like, hey, I think I'm in a basement right now. Can you come pick me up? But I was like, oh, I'm in an attic. So yeah, that was a rough time in my life. I can see if I'll find it later, but yeah. There's literally a video of me and I'm just like this, and they just put me in an attic, and I was so out that they put me in an attic, drunk as fuck.
Dude, that is crazy. That's dangerous. It fell through the ceiling.
Well, there's a bedroom like in the attic for some reason. I don't know. It was carpeted.
That's scary.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I was gonna say. So what is salvia like? Like you say, it's like DMT's evil twin.
I don't know. For me, I just heard that's what it's like. But for me, when I allegedly did this,
It's legal.
yeah,
For me, so far, from what I hear and what I've experienced, it's like you get one or the other. You get the feel or you get the visual.
exactly, Havoc.
So for
Yeah.
me, it was more of like 90% visual with a little bit of physical.
What do you mean physical?
Feeling. I could feel stuff. So from what I can remember, I was seeing colors, like really bright colors moving around in front of me. Like almost if you think of like fireworks in like an animated movie where they like zip around or stuff, I guess, in a
Right.
sense. But just real, very colorful, bright colors. But at the same time, those colors would come around me, around my skin, and I would feel it move around. Not in a bad way. Kind of like a tingling
tingle?
buzz feeling, like almost like a good feeling.
Dang.
It was kind of nice.
Not
You
me.
should get some and do it.
Me,
I
it
know where to
was-
buy it.
Can you even buy it in Utah? Though?
Yeah,
I
I
thought it
know.
was illegal.
No, it's legal, and I know where you can get it. It's in Salt Lake. It's at like this like, hey, we sell rocks. It's called Elemental Spirits or something like that.
When I did it, everything just turned into blocks. Like everything was made out of Legos, and then I just like Dunzo.
How
You
many-
can't move.
Until see
You
that
really
was
can't move.
No.
I just
Is
love
I bet that's scary.
the first time I did it. and
Well,
I-
like
and I
that's
think-
the least of your
I
worries.
think I've said this every time. But
You
the
don't
first
realize
time,
you can't move. You're just like,
You don't. Yeah,
Oh,
you just
fuck,
that,
and
you
then you're
want to
just-
do a sitting down is what
yeah.
they say.
If you stand up, you anything you're doing at that time, you're like,
boom.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Why does it do that to you? That doesn't sound.
Because you hallucinate so fucking much that your body
and you're
becomes
hallucinating
nothingness.
so
like,
quick within like I think it's only lasts between 5, no more than 10 minutes. I
Yeah.
think. So
but
I
it
think you're
happens
just,
immediately. So
your
like
brain is working so fast that
by
I
the
think your
time you
body
blow
can't
out the
keep up.
smoke, you're already hallucinating.
Wait, do you have to hold it in?
Yeah. Well, if you want to.
Sometimes it takes a minute because I
Really?
remember when we did it the first time. This is what I was saying that my friend recommended to sit down, and one of my other ones was like, "Nah, I'm fine standing up." But immediately, because we had chairs right behind us, so immediately as we like passed it around, it
Would
took
you
me a few seconds. Like I don't know when it's gonna take effect. Just as soon as I said that and thought that, boom. But then all I saw when I got back to is my friend sitting in the chair, but like the way he was sitting, like just kind of a little weird. So I was like, oh, he probably fell into the chair, but
So, what did you smoke it out of?
a pipe,
Yeah, just like a weed pipe.
Oh.
tobacco pipe.
A glass
A
pipe.
glass tobacco
A
pipe.
spoon pipe.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was even more interesting when I mixed it. That was kind of interesting.
What did you mix it with?
Just weird.
Oh.
And that was
Salvia and.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that scary?
No, like you put it makes both of them a little weaker, but when you combine them, you feel both.
Have you had any scary experiences with anything?
Nope. The worst thing I've ever had was when I took. I want to say it was ecstasy, but I want to say it was the other thing, but it could be all the same.
Yeah.
On a camping-ish trip with my wife, and it was just us two. And I've told you, I'm pretty sure I've told you.
Yeah.
It's just like, it wasn't a bad experience because I already knew what was going on and what my body and my mind was doing. So I'm like, I probably should be freaking out, but I'm not. I'm just anxious. Like, I want to do something,
Right.
but don't feel like I can at the same time. I think that was, I don't want to consider it a bad experience. It was just a boring experience, I think.
Mm.
When I allegedly did acid for the first time, it was nuts, dude. I flew through space. Dude, like, I trip hard. Like, I see stuff, I'm like, oh, it's not there. Like, I was on this couch with my friends, we're listening to music, Like, I look down, I'm like, whoa, why are we in space? Like, we were in the living room. Like, I am seeing, like, there was, like, flames coming off the couch. We were flying. I was like, whoo. And I'm like, it was a fun night. The 12 hours, though, and the come down for me sucked. I was like, I can't believe it.
So Ryan says, speaking of slowing down time, it's mysterious how minutes can stretch into hours during early morning dreams. Yeah, time is just weird.
Within dreams.
Just in general.
Okay, what about on when you are on drugs and time is nothing? Like, time can either, for me, it's either really, really slow.
Would you
or
consider
like that? I'm like, whoa.
hallucinating the same exact thing as when you're sleeping and dreaming?
Possibly.
Like,
I mean, it triggers some of the same
It's like
chemicals.
lymph nodes.
when you
or whatever they're
dream,
called.
DMT is allegedly released.
I think that's proven. I don't think that's allegedly anymore.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. I don't know if it was called that, but I think it was something.
I just think it's weird that no matter who you are, we all experience time, right? That's like a universal thing that every human will
Even
experience.
animals, dogs, they prove that dogs can
Yeah.
experience like time that you're gone.
But
Do
it's
you know they have medical treats for dogs?
yeah, oh,
And
yeah,
I almost got some.
yeah. Dogs will love it.
Man, I regret it now.
I just think it's weird that we can we experience time every second of our lives, but it can come off completely different every second.
Yeah.
Because like you could be at work, and you could feel like time is super slow, but it's the same. It's a constant.
But
It's 'cause
doing
you're
this
thinking
goes by
about
fast
time.
as fuck.
When
I
you
think the
what?
biggest thing is
But
because
doing like this goes by fast.
Yeah, like how long have we been going?
Like 2 hours.
It feels like maybe an hour has passed. Maybe.
Yeah, 2 hours.
So I mean, it's just weird that like, does that mean that it is a constant, or is it when we're enjoying stuff?
Dude, I don't know. I worked like 12 hours a day, and I was like, holy crap, I felt like I just worked 8 hours. But I also think
I've had
like,
opposite where it's 4 hours and it seems like 12 hours.
Right.
I also think it's because it depends on how much you have to do. Like
Sure.
today, I didn't have much work.
Like my
I
mom
legit-
says, because you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
If
It's
you're
the
not thinking
biggest
about
thing.
the time, like if you're just busy the whole time, like you do a whole bunch of tasks and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, that took up way more time than I expected. So
Right.
we're here
I think
now.
that's one of the big things, like especially for work, that you have to constantly keep an eye on time. A lot of it's like a 50-50 where it's like it can be a long day, depending on not only just checking time, but whether you're enjoying your time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have days where like I enjoy working, but then
Even
the
it's not
shitty
even
days
really
where, like,
enjoyment. Like you're saying, just busy time.
Yeah.
'Cause
If I, dude,
Especially
this
enjoyment,
last
yeah,
fucking
that's-
week, the whole building is going slow. Like they've let
dragging.
go like 15 people over at the other building. It was a lot of inch above engineering.
Mm.
inches above an engineering.
Yeah.
I'll give him inches above engineering. I just show up. I got an app on my phone, 3 inches.
But it's just like people just like shitting the bed, messing up really bad. That's what we've been screwed this whole week, and we didn't have anything to do for like 2 days straight. Some of
Right.
us took PTO, others just bullshitted the day, and those days were long just because we had to like stretch our workout.
Dude, I hate that.
Stretching it out.
You know what I hate? Do you ever like
I
you
guess it's a
roll
white person
over,
problem.
you look at the clock, and it'll be like, oh great, it's like 1:30 in the morning. You close your eyes for a second, it's like 7:30. You're like, where did time go? Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yeah.
Usually when you're just
No.
like awake for 1 second, when you're actually awake and you look at the time, but you're so tired that as soon as you close your eyes, you're just right back out.
Right. So Salty says time, physically speaking, isn't constant in theory. Relativity shows that time has literal different
Shut your science mouth up, Salty.
different speeds, and also perception
Not what
wise
the Bible says, Salty.
it's also different.
Keep your blasphemy out of our chat.
Like for me, I could be like, man, work went by really slow today. Someone's like, really? My workday went by fast. I'm like, oh, well, fuck you. We can't all be you, can we?
Right. And then Ryan says, I don't think it's universal constant, personally. I think the timeline was shattered when atoms traveled faster than light. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I've always thought that. I just think it's weird that, I think, because everyone deals with time, whether it's the same or not. So it's like 24 hours to you feel different to 24 hours to me.
Yeah.
I feel like time's going way too quick for me.
Yeah, I do too some days.
Yeah, we're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
So I tell myself every day when I'm like, I really don't feel like doing this right now, Whether it's like, hanging out with people, I'm like, I could really stay home. Not getting any. My dad told me that, and I think about it fucking constantly.
So this is a weird question. I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but have you ever thought to yourself when you're like by yourself, like if the world is looking at you, watching you, and you only like your decisions and what you make? In a sense,
you guys are all fucking bots to me. We live in a
like
simulation.
have you ever? I guess I don't know if
What's
that's
up, Elon?
a thing.
Yeah,
but
so
I think of it a lot.
So like that we're.
It's
now,
like a show that you're the main character and everyone's just watching you.
Interesting.
You think of people as not people?
I've thought of that a lot. Like,
do you think that like other
my
people?
conscience is the main one. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
I think about that too. It's kind of like what I was saying, the simulation theory, or because they think that maybe that your over each of one of us, is this is your personal simulation, kind of like Matrix, like.
Damn, I wish I got a different one then. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But
Well, because
They fucked me up with my simulation.
I'm supposed to be rich.
I leave my goddamn grandparents' attic in this goddamn simulation.
Right. Well, it's just weird because no matter what we do, no matter how well I can know the three of you, I can't prove that you guys all also have consciousness.
Right.
Consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So it could just be me making up consciousness.
We could all just
Like
be
imaginary
AI.
friends.
Kinda
Man,
like-
each one of us may know. We could be AI and not even know it.
it reminds
You know, it'd be
me a little
really
bit of that movie.
Oof.
Think about this. Think about everything that's ever happened in our life. What if this is all just panning out in your head or yours, mine, and we're in an insane asylum?
Just like that. What's that movie?
Imagine,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Or
a
say.
movie.
The Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Inception?
Shutter Island.
Shutter. Yeah, imagine like our whole life, like me hanging out with you guys, all the crazy shit we've done. Imagine if I'm just thinking that and I'm like in a freaking insane asylum. I'm like, oh, and like I snap out of one day, I'm like,
What's the saying? I know, therefore I am.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, you're just a product of your own consciousness. Like, reality is, this to you,
Right.
So, it could not be this. We don't know.
I think too.
If
that,
it isn't this, if I get shot and all of a sudden I wake up and then like, what? Yeah, fuck that. There's a lot of movies like this and I hate it because
do you
we
think?
don't know.
Do you think that like media and government and stuff pushes for like arts and stuff to be created to make people avoid conversations like this, so it doesn't make you think more into like.
I always feel like I sound super crazy when we talk about stuff like this. I always go home, I'm like, why? I was like, we sound ridiculous. But, like, really, do we? Maybe
No.
we're just speaking the truth.
I think a lot of people think about it. They just don't want to talk about it because they also think like, no, it can't be true, right?
What?
People just kind of push it under the rug, but I think we're kind of like those guys who are like, we're still here.
Right. Just the whole idea of it could be all fake. Because I mean, it could.
I think of reminds me, like I was trying to say before, reminds me of the movie of it's an old one with what's his name, comedian dude from The Mask,
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. He was in a movie where he was in a TV show, but he didn't realize
Truman
it.
Show.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of makes me think a little bit about that.
Yeah, Truman Show's wild. It would just be kind of weird because
Jim Carrey kind of went off the end, over the edge.
It's because he got so into what's that role that he kind of forgot who he was. So he had to like relearn
he did
who Jim Carrey was.
He did a couple ayahuasca trips too.
Yeah. So like he didn't
Wait, what
know who.
character?
He could not decipher in his head who he actually was.
Like so
'Cause-
he was acting so much these roles
Oh.
that he couldn't whatever the
You couldn't
word.
tell which.
Differentiate.
Yeah, that one. He couldn't tell the difference between who Jim Carrey was as a person and the characters because he got so into these roles that he's like, am I these roles? Or, like, he didn't know who Jim Carrey was and who the roles are. And it got, like, he's, method actor.
Yeah.
So, like, if he was gonna make a movie, he lived his life in that character. So, like, the whole time the movie's being filmed, whether he's at home or filming the movie, he played that character, like, super, like, you know, he's always the character.
Style.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So he didn't know. So by the time he gets done with so many roles, he's like, he forgot who he was as a person.
I wonder if that would be classified as a mental illness.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
would definitely say so. And I think a lot of people go through that too.
That's
like,
the same with Jared Leto. Everyone hates Jared Leto, but he's a method actor, and that's why they hate him. Cause like, and James Franco. Like if you hear or the chicks in what's that movie called? Spring Breakers,
where he's the rapper guy.
Yeah, the whole time they were filming that movie, he never left character of that movie. They said they would like the chicks like Selena Gomez, and they were like, hey, you know, they'd go have brunch together as like a cast, and he would keep in the character. They said not once the whole time they were filming that he never left that rapper character, and it annoyed all of them. But like, you know, he's like trying his best to.
Well, because method acting, I think, is the most superior way to actually portray a role.
That's why, you know, these movies you see, like, because they get into the role, like, I am this person.
It's a great method, but at the same time, it could mess with
it fucks you up,
definitely
psychologically, for
the
sure.
dude who played Abraham Lincoln in that really popular one.
Yeah.
I guess he, like, lived like Abraham Lincoln for, like, 2 years, and it fucked him up. Yeah, I mean...
That, what's the movie? Is it... The one with Ryan Gosling, what's the new one?
La La Land?
No,
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, yeah, you know what I mean, not Road
Yeah.
Runner. Because in that movie, Jared Leto, I was telling you, he plays a blind guy, right? Is that the one?
I haven't seen Blade Runner.
Oh.
I don't know either.
It's whichever one, I think it's Blade Runner.
Daniel
But he plays a
Day-Lewis.
blind guy, and he wore contacts that blocked out his vision.
Right.
So, like, the whole time they were filming, he played as a blind guy. Like, people are pissed. Like the cast was mad because they would have to guide him to set and stuff. But he's like, no, I'm playing a blind guy. I'm going to be blind making this movie.
Right.
So, like, the whole time, I think it's Blade Runner. I can't remember. But whichever one it is, like, that Jared Leto's in recently, he was blind. Like, when you see him in the movie, he literally couldn't see. He wore contacts that were all, like, white, whatever, you know, so it looks like a blind person. But he couldn't see anything. So, like, people get into their roles hard as fuck. And
That sounds like kind of like a danger zone. Almost.
It definitely is, because I mean,
high risk.
I think Jim Carrey's the perfect example, and I feel kind of bad that people think he's going crazy, but I think he went crazy a long time ago, and now he's coming to his reality, which sounds weird for me to say, but I think that
That gave me goosebumps. That's weird.
yeah, I think that he, lost who he was to play these roles, but then.
That's who we thought was him.
And I think that happens I think that happens to anyone that we see who's famous. Because, like, for us, we're all big Joe Rogan fans. I don't know if you're much of a fan of his, but, like,
Jerry for life.
I think that he's a celebrity that doesn't want to be considered a celebrity, but he's held on a high pedestal for a lot of podcasters and, a lot of people who are into that world. But at the end of the day, he's just another dude. Someone like Brad Pitt, like you meet Brad Pitt, what the fuck are you going to say to Brad Pitt? Like, he's done everything, been everywhere. But at the end of the day, he is just another dude. Is he struggling with...
The rest of us.
Is he struggling to know who Brad Pitt is as well? Because of how many roles he's done and all the shit that he's done? Like, does he know who he is? Or is he just a character?
Right? See, well, here's my thing. I had a cousin change his life because of Joe Rogan. My cousin was out of shape. Did I show you his pictures and stuff?
I think you did a little bit.
He was out of shape. He was bald. And he shaved his head because Joe shaved his head. He got tattoos because Joe had tattoos. I was like, man, you changed your whole life for this guy. Like, and I kind of notice it in myself too. I'm like I'll be hearing something. I'm like, oh, I should probably change that habit about myself. And I judge myself and kind of critique it because at least to me, I'm like, that's a role model who I could look up to. Like, he has his standards, his philosophies. I'm right there with him. Like, if he was I believe this. I'd be like, I kind of believe that too, I guess. And it sucks. I hate that.
And that does get that. I feel the same way with that because like I have to check myself. Especially, and me and Forrest have talked about this too. Like we have to check ourselves listening to other podcasts because we don't want to come on here and then not give original ideas. You know, or at least if we're giving an idea that we've heard, we try to give credit to because we don't want to be just carbon copies of all these other people. And it's tough because, yeah, I'm, you know, the same way I think Joe Rogan is someone that people could look up to and, like, strive to be someone who works like that. But at the end of the day, like, there's lots of other Joe Rogans. Maybe not to his caliber, but there's lots of other people who think and do stuff just like him who just don't have that outlet. So, I mean, he's just kind of another dude. Just a successful one. I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about.
And it sucks because, like, once you get hooked on something like that, it becomes addicting. You're like, oh, I want to, like, try and evolve and learn and kind of grow. I think that's what happened to my cousin. Like, he's an awesome person, but he grew to a level that was just insane.
I think that's why I don't like politics and don't follow politics. Is because regardless of, you could say you're a Republican or a Democrat and you're going to follow that person, that party, and you're going to listen to everything that they say and just believe it to be true because you're part of that team now.
I hate that, yeah.
But in reality, like,
it's kind of like sports.
Isn't that what
it's like
religion does,
sports.
though?
It's like religion.
And
It's
religion
everything.
and sports, yeah.
Because like you guys,
pick a team.
who's the guy that you guys listen to a lot? Ben
Shapiro.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. Cool guy or whatever. There's some shit that he says to me and I'm like, I'm not about that.
Yeah.
You know, and then same flip side for wherever his equivalent would be on the other side. So I mean, it's just tough because when you start getting super in depth, like liking
if
someone,
you're picking teams, then
yeah,
you get invested in a team, and no matter what they say is right.
because there's someone that we know who goes down that path a lot, I think, and like he'll start listening to people, and then his opinions are just those people's opinions. It's not his original opinion.
Yeah.
Do I know this person?
Yeah, but it's not important who it is. It's just there's people out there like that, and it kind of sucks because I don't think that they're an original human.
Yeah, because I don't know, I feel like we all have kind of people like all of a sudden they're one side and you're like they're like super heavy in this opinion in one side, and then all of a sudden, you know, they see something on TV or social media, whatever it is, and all of a sudden their opinions flip, and you're like last week, dude.
Did Steve ever tell you about his cousin?
I'm not sure.
The one that moved to Washington, but it was here. He was which is they consider super right wing. Which is that the?
It has Forrest. I don't know.
What do people that lean to more of the right?
Conservative,
Conservative, and then the left would be
liberal, and Democrat.
Well, in libertarians, kind of in the middle.
In
right?
libertarian.
What are the
middle,
ones that are Trump supporters?
Republicans, conservatives. It's not even. I want to say like it's just right because
Okay,
like
so
there's Republicans that hate Trump
he lived
too.
here, super nice dude. I'm pretty sure he was a Latino or Hispanic of some sort. But I guess as soon as he moved to Washington,
We'll get to your
started
questions in
hanging
1
out
second,
with,
Ryan.
Started hanging out with people that were very
Liberal.
Trump supporters, and I guess a lot of the little things that he started like, oh, I agree with that. And switched over super Trump like.
Well,
just-
and
a lot of the things he says though don't have facts.
Right.
How do you say behind
There's
behind
nothing
Yeah.
reinforcing.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he's saying.
exactly. So a lot of the things he says, it was like when Steve was telling me, it was like, dude, I was just getting pissed because I'm like, should I even try?
You can't argue
And,
with them.
like,
That's the worst.
Give him like web pages or articles.
You can,
like,
but it won't do
proving this
anything.
wrong. No, exactly, because he tried and nothing.
That's
Like, holy, how the hell did you change so fast?
What I've learned is just don't bring up like just the old saying, politics and religion. Don't bring it up, and it's not a thing right now. It's
Like one of the biggest things
I
I remember it was him using like the FAFSA.
yeah.
Well, over here, he was all for it. Like that pretty much paid for most of his schooling
Yeah.
until he went to Washington.
oh,
He was to start talking about like, oh yeah, they need to get rid of that. That's not right. Just the way he was talking about him, like,
Are we talking
dude, you
about-
fucking use that.
Are you talking about?
I don't think you know him because I barely know him. Steve's cousin.
Very smart though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met him like 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
See,
But I haven't seen him in like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a part. It's
you
like,
show me the fucking text message between them two. I'm like, holy shit.
At what point do you think it becomes an unhealthy obsession or relation with said
When
idol?
you
when they bring it up, like, in regular conversation, I think. Because, like, you know, between us, like, if we were just all hanging out, I feel like all of us, you know, we all have our views, and whether we disagree on anything, we're all still gonna be friends, and, like, we're not so far on either side that, you know, we were, like, it's if you're, like, thinking about it, that's all you're thinking about. So, you know, like, if we were just at a party and all of a sudden I'm like, what do you think about that fucking Hillary Clinton? See what she said recently?
I think
And, like, that's when you're like, oh, dude, okay, like, we're at a party, relax.
when you start dictating your opinion on people
Yeah.
based on your
Pushing
beliefs and
it,
it being different.
Yeah,
And if you turn
pushy.
anything to violence, I think that's just like you're way too into it.
I just think if you bring, like, pushy at all,
Oh, pushy it all for sure.
because, like, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. We all gonna disagree. Like if someone's a Trump supporter or a Hillary supporter, whatever it is, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give, like, that's your fucking opinion. I don't give a shit. We live in the fucking goddamn greatest country on the planet. U.S. of fucking A.
Well,
But yeah,
And I think people forget too, if there was a perfect way to run it, we would be running it. There's just not a perfect way.
yeah.
and like that's what I say like about my cousin. I'm like, I think personally, this is my personal opinion, I think he went to like a way unhealthy level,
Yeah.
but it bettered him. That's the weird part.
That's fine if it's. 'Cause I feel the same way about religion. Because, like, I disagree with all religion.
Same.
But I've met people that were, like, literally shitty people, and because they, like, for example, because we're here in Utah, someone got converted to the LDS church, and it changed their life, like,
Yeah.
literally,
In a good way.
yeah, for the best, like,
And I think those are the good people, but the people that aren't the greatest when it comes to the church is people that have generations
Born
of-
into it?
born into
I agree.
it,
I think,
and have followed really old school rules.
for
Yes.
me, I think the best, like, or whatever Christianity, Catholic, or just different, you know, Christianity, it's all Catholic,
yeah.
it's all the same, but, like, whatever section, you know, LDS, Catholic, whatever it is, I think people that are converts, like, you know, discovered the religion later in their life are the best people, like, because
They know both worlds.
they're using that religion to
say.
better their own life. It's not like, you know, I was born into the fucking church and you should have to do it. It's like,
Right.
dude, you know no other way. You have never experienced.
LDS runs in my blood.
I still think that we don't have a true freedom of religion here. Because I think it's ridiculous that.
Come on,
you-
dude. We all
there's
know
no-
we're all Christian. We
Right.
got a fucking calendar.
Right.
Tell me what the Muslim calendar is. Tell me.
Damn.
What year is it?
You right, boy. You're right. But no, I think it's ridiculous that I don't think there's a freedom of
No, there's
religion,
not.
meaning that I think there needs to be an age that before you can start pushing your religious belief on your kids. I also don't think that having a kid is a selfless act that people like to think. I think it's extremely selfish.
Having kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing them into this shit world right now.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need more.
Hey,
we don't
Alec.
need more humans.
Have you seen the freaking counter?
Yeah.
For every second it's born, it's spinning off the rails. Like,
And let's get caught up on some of these questions.
We have
so.
a problem because we're in exponential growth right now.
we need to be in an exponential decline.
Just
We're
so you know-
declining a little bit, actually, but
Just so you know, each one of you is going to be a godfather to one of my kids.
yeah, so you're smart. You
Oh,
did
yeah?
the right way, though.
Not me, huh?
I'm going to get like 6 kids.
That's what I was telling Bryson, because, like, him and Kylie, they dated, like you guys, like, and you dated for, like, it's rare, like, I was going to say, 3 of my closest friends, like, did marriage the right way. You dated for a while, then you got married, and then
But I mean,
you
somewhat
didn't
the right
just
way, 'cause
fucking
some
have a
people
kid and all of a sudden you're
can
getting
be-
married.
Yeah.
It'd be like, and me and Sarah have been talking about this for a while. Not for a while. Like recently, started talking about this, and quite often now is even if you've been with that person for so long at a young age, you still don't find yourself. You don't. I guess you don't know yourself until later, because me and Sarah, like right now, like, we're finding more and more things that we just are very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just like we talk about it. Like you like this stuff, I like this stuff.
Dude, same. Club
and
marriage.
it's like just finding yourself, maturing in different ways. At this age, you're still developing. I say so. When it comes to marriage, is like those are the 2 biggest things. Is don't marry young, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and marry or date for a while.
Well, and I always
Find what you like.
I always bring this up too, like, and I think scientists have proven that the brain doesn't stop maturing until you reach 25 years of age.
Yeah.
But what I always say, like, because like you know my past and like what I did and bad decisions I made.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. And like,
You sick fuck.
dirty motherfucker. What I wanted when I was 18, 19 wasn't what I wanted. I'll put you through a fucking wall.
I wanted to say something to that, but I'm like, I'll just keep on my shirt.
Damn, dude. You guys are fucking
Continue.
rude. But what I wanted when I was like 18 and 19 was threesomes with another guy. And what I wanted...
That's like... right in the fucking kisser. Holy shit. I didn't see that coming.
It's not true, but...
Really? Are you sure? Because, I mean... I'm like 99% sure this is real.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Continue.
I mean, are you talking about
Smash Bros.
Forrest? Are
Continue.
you talking about Forrest now, or I mean, that's the only reason that one.
Okay, but where the serious conversation was going on to what you were saying is, you know, what I wanted when I was 18 and 19 wasn't what I wanted when I was 20 and 21, and what I wanted at 20 and 21 isn't what I want now.
Right.
So it just goes with your maturing thing,
Your
like.
mind keeps changing because
Yeah.
you're still discovering new things. You're like, oh.
And I think if you're lucky enough to, I think if you're lucky enough to share that with somebody that also is growing in the same direction as you, that's awesome. But I think it's rare.
It is. I mean, even with me and her, just like it has an ups and downs when we talk.
Are you about to
those
tell us
things.
some shit?
No.
Tell us what you discovered. They went, ooh.
Ooh.
Here, let's get caught up on these really quick. Sorry, Ryan. I told you we'd read your questions here. So if you consider your brain to be a cube surrounding you, does your cube have windows or the mirrors surrounding you?
As in people watching you versus you watching them.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what you're saying. I think that's tough to say because I don't necessarily believe in a simulation theory or that I'm the only person.
Well, you ever seen Terminator or The Matrix?
I feel like I would believe that just because I think of a lot.
I'm glad we became friends with this simulation then.
Right. What's this word, guys?
Existentials?
Existential belief. Belief above
Existentialists
yourself.
believe in a cube surrounding you with mirrors
Just
for
believe
walls.
more than yourself.
Okay, interesting. I try not to be a carbon copy on opinions and ideas, so if you become that, call me out on it.
Fuck
Right.
you, Salty, you dumbass. Just kidding. I love you, Salty.
I agree, Salty. Opinions are like assholes.
I've
Shit
heard
never
that.
stops
Everybody's
flowing,
got one.
and they stink. I'm pretty sure I've never brought up politics with a stranger in my entire goddamn life. It's counterproductive no matter your political belief. I agree. The only people that I will ever talk politics with are very close people. And that's even if we want to talk about politics. There's way other cool shit I'd rather be talking about.
Yeah,
If
some
it gets
people
brought
like,
up by like something like either like something you hear, it's just like, hey, what do you think of this?
Yeah, sure.
But something like even just like talking about it in a friendly way.
But I don't call up the boys and be like, bros, let's go get some brews and talk about politics tonight.
Oh, of course not.
Why not? I love brews and politics.
you know,
And what's up, Alex? Sorry I didn't see you there. Hope you're having a good night, my man.
I said hello to him, so.
Oh, okay. I've had people do that to me in random places. How do you get out of with just agreeing with them on everything? Yeah, that's true, Salty. Like, if you do get stuck in that situation of people wanting to talk politics, you just kind of, yeah, I agree. But then again, my problem was when I was younger, I would just disagree with people just to argue. And I had to get out of that mindset because, like, you know, I grew up non-LDS, non-religious, and an only child. So I didn't have interaction with siblings to know how to not argue with people. So, like, I would just hear shit and just want to, like, berate them. So it took me a long time to get out of that.
I remember we had our bickerings a couple times.
Yeah, we had our bickerings.
We all do.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you.
Okay.
It's completely off the topic.
Okay.
Would you change your entire lifestyle for somebody?
No.
For someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said stop drinking. Bitch gonna get hit.
No.
I got train her.
If you ask 19-year-old me, he was.
Yep.
So
Yeah, see, it's weird. Like, looking back, I was like, I remember when I was like 18, 19, I was like, I want ultimate freedom.
Right.
That's what I want. And now I'm like, why the hell did I want that? Like, looking back, I was like, I was such a dumbass. Like, I'm going to look back when I'm 25 and go, jeez, I was obsessed with some weird things.
For me, the reason
I think that's gonna happen
never-
like every couple of years for all of us. Like shit, like 22 us different than 25 of us, and
also we gotta keep in mind that we're the fastest growing tech and discoveries that's ever happened in the human history. So like,
I know we're gonna
opinions
hate
can
ourselves
change.
forever.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be too old by the time where we realize that was too late. Like, oh, I'm 65 now. Wish there's a song. Wish I knew now.
Oh yeah. I'm with the whole like changing for a person. I'm really stubborn about that, so I think that's why I always stick to my own things, and that's how there's a lot of argument because of both of us being stubborn about things.
You ever hit her?
No.
You're not going to openly admit on the mic.
Well,
Intentionally, Sexually?
no. Where she's like trying to like mess with me, I accidentally like elbow her.
Do you know what I heard?
I mean, have you ever like twitched so bad when someone's trying to tickle you? You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that often to her.
Do you know what I heard a stand-up comedian talking about? That's an insult to all of us, but Jordan. So this girl, or he's talking about, and he said you're having sex, and he's talking about how it's sexism. He's like, when a girl's like, go deeper, he's like, you think I haven't been going deeper the whole time? I'm not black. He's like, so what you're saying is you want me to be more black. He's like, you think I've just been going half in the whole time, and all of a sudden I'm ready to go all the way? I was like, I'm gonna start doing that. Just half fucking, so when she goes deeper, like, surprise!
Full force, baby.
Another inch, baby.
It's like a telescope.
Keep about half an inch to yourself until she says
To yourself.
Just the tip. Just the tip, just for a second.
Until you're bigger than this. I'm a grower, not a shower.
Leave me alone.
Then you bop her on the head and thrust all the way, and then it's a win-win. She got Donkey Kong punched and you fucked her.
But I would say, to your question about hitting, no.
Oh, okay.
But there have been times where she's like mess with me, or she like punches me because she gets mad
Sexually. You ever hit her?
at me. No, actually no.
Choke her?
A few times. No, but no.
Out of frustration, of course.
No, but when she actually, for reals, gets like frustrated because I do something.
Can't go
She
deeper.
just is seeing red and she punches me. It's like, oh, no.
What do you say to...
I punch her back. I mean, no, I'm serious. I mean, not like hard or anything, but if she punches me in the shoulders, like, I'll punch you back in the shoulders. Like, don't hit me.
Every once in a while, you just have to remind her, like, you work out a lot, but I'm really strong.
Like you and 3 of your other friends in the door, I would kill all of you.
Right.
That's just
But, you know, I've never, like, there's been times where I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't have done that, but nothing, like, serious.
What
What
Jordan,
Oh, right.
I was gonna say what Jordan says. Next time you hit me, let's think about this 3. I get 3 of my strongest friends. You get 3 of your strongest friends, and we'll see how this
Oh, I'm
ends
gonna
out.
fuck them up.
Yeah. What about yelling? Do you live in an apartment?
No, with her parents right now. But it's,
So you live in...
she has a loud voice, and
It carries.
if you know who she is, if you've even like talked to her once, you would know,
Oh, I know.
and you would understand when I say she has a voice that carries.
If she ever comes on, we're gonna have to put the mics over here.
Honestly,
It's like the golden voice.
like I don't know if you guys noticed, but throughout, I think the years, I've noticed that my tone of voice is a lot louder than it was before. Only because she just because her voice is so loud, and when she like starts getting mad, she raises her voice, and sometimes when she's just messing around and she like talks like right next to my ear, like you know when someone screams
like...
and it rings, her voice is like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's me.
I feel like I've either gotten like a little harder hearing, and when I talk, I shout sometimes, or that I'm so used to of that level of
Yeah.
of whatever you want to call that I just have to match it later on. It's just so used to it now.
I like the first one way better. I like that you're losing your hearing because she's so loud.
I know, honestly.
You know, at
Well,
work...
probably at work too, though. But
Oh, yeah.
I work in human resources now. I don't know if you guys know that.
Oh, cool.
So
I saw that.
I have like my own office and everything.
Ooh, you're one of those.
Yeah, I am one of those. I'm so quiet. So when I get out of work, I feel like I yell. Like I probably yell in here. You guys are probably like, God, he is really fucking loud. But like, literally hear kids screaming
No, I
all
get
day. There's a
loud.
daycare underneath my office.
I get drinking, I get real loud. Everyone's like, be quiet. I'm like, sorry.
Sorry, just want to have fun, line the movie.
God, you fucking party pooper. I'm just talking.
Still
If you had
remember,
something important to say, you'd be louder
you know,
than me.
the brides, right?
Of course.
Oh, okay, duh. No shit. So we were at their house. This is a few years back. Like I think this was like towards the end of high school, if not probably like a year or two. No, it was a couple years after graduation. But we're in the backyard having like a little fire, and there's like I want to say like about 6 of us. We were all yelling like loud voices at night, and the only voice that his parents picked out, and they didn't know who was there, was Sarah's voice. She's like, it's like I could hear Sarah loud and clear what she was saying. Like I didn't even have to like do that, you know. It's like I could just I knew what she was talking about. Everyone else was just like all mixed in, but her voice.
You want to know what's funny is my mom really likes Sarah, even though she's only met her once, because when we had the poker night, she could hear Sarah all the way up in her bedroom, and she's like, she talks like I do, because my mom, like if you're around her, like
No, I remember.
she's very talkative, and she gets progressively more loud the more excited she gets.
Oh no!
And
That's how she is.
so like she's like
feeds
I
off of that.
could hear her all night, and she sounded like she was having such a good time, and I'm like, yeah, she's
so.
really loud, and she's like, yeah, I like it. I'm like, she's really loud like you, Mom, and no one else likes it.
Damn.
She's like, fuck you, Wes.
You know,
I think that is her biggest pet peeve that I created for her.
is
Is anytime I say lower your voice, shh, or
She talks
yeah,
louder.
she's like, don't fucking shush.
oh my god, it's like, you want to hear loud? No, you're already pretty
go
loud.
go.
You just say, stop sucking my dick. And then she's like, you want to see suck your dick?
How are you doing, my little boy Googles? 2009. How was your stream? Did you stream,
I
or did
assume
you just
so.
host us?
With those 3 views, son.
Those
I
3
was
views.
gonna say, you know something I have like a really bad habit of? Horrible. Swearing.
Hey,
Yo.
and the sub. Thank you.
Hey, Devil Wolf 6969, I love your fucking name.
Yeah, welcome, Devil Wolf. What's your bad habit?
Swearing. Dude, it's such a hard one. I started swearing
Yeah.
in 3rd grade.
I can control it pretty
Me too.
well. Like if I know I don't like, I can swear all I want, then I'll swear. But
I can, yeah, because I still don't really. Oh, actually, I lied. I swear way too much. I got to the point where I'm the same around all of us that I'm with my parents.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, like, yeah, I have no filter at this point.
How do I gain my
I used to have a filter.
back?
I have a filter because I'm.
Is there a reason to have a filter though?
Well, around my
I just-
grandparents,
I feel like
just for a respect reason, I'm
That's-
just gonna be like,
Yeah,
fuck,
that's,
fuck.
That's
But my dad,
that's
I
the
say
biggest
fuck
thing
every
is
other
out of
sentence.
respect.
Right.
I feel like it just makes me sound like a less intelligent individual when I'm like using like fuck.
They say
that,
the
fuck
opposite.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say the opposite though.
Really?
They say the more you swear, the more intelligent you are.
I'm a goddamn genius.
Yeah. I always think those are interesting studies that Stanford does. Like, they say the more cluttered and the more swearing and the more things are
God, I'm so
on
fucking
average.
smart.
On average, people
You should see my fucking room.
yeah,
What do you
have
mean,
higher
like, cluttered,
IQs. Like, you're not necessarily organized, but you get your work done. Like, they can
like the whole don't move my shit because I know where everything is.
Exactly.
But you lose your shit and you're like,
Oh,
fuck.
that
where
you
that
ruin
shit
the
is?
whole fucking evening.
Dude, that's me at work. I'm like, I'll put papers here, and then I'm like, turn around. I'm like, where'd I put those fucking papers? Like, opening the
see,
cabinets.
I know where everything is. It's when someone else thinks that it shouldn't be there.
This isn't organized. And you're like, I know where it's maybe messy, but I know where everything is.
Yep.
Yeah. This is me. Leave it alone.
If roses are red and violet is blue, what the fuck is the color violet?
Oh,
Damn.
Wait, if roses are red,
exponential thoughts.
Let's just start seizing, foaming out my mouth. Has anyone else finished The Haunting of Hill House?
I
Is that the new one on Netflix?
Yeah.
I just bought. Hey, do you guys
Check
watch Game of
guys.
Thrones though?
Yeah.
You watch Game of Thrones?
Hell yeah.
So, wait, do you know who? Wait, it's like Miss Stonewall or something Stonewall.
Stonewall Jackson.
That's what I was thinking. Samuel Jackson.
Do you know who it is though?
I don't know what.
I won't. I'll bring it up for you guys because you guys have seen all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure most people should. What season is this?
If you aren't on Game of Thrones, come
What
on.
season is this? If it's anything above like 6.
It's so. I'm not gonna. This is a little bit. Oh, let's see. Fucking. What's her
It's
name?
just a picture. Go to.
What do they call the women? Not Miss.
Lady.
Yep, that's it. Do you know who Lady Stonewall is in the books?
I don't even know who Lady Stonewall is.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Let's see if it says
Stifler's
Stoneheart.
mom.
Maybe Lady Stoneheart. That might be it.
Lady Stoneheart. That sounds.
That might be it.
Up top.
Do you remember what happened to him?
Her.
Her.
Him? Do you remember what happened to him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Stoneheart is that version, but she can't talk because what happened to her. But she's back from the dead in the books.
Oh, you're reading the books?
No, I go on Reddit a lot.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe go a little bit into it. I'm a little confused.
Oh, I think I've heard about some of this stuff.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about it
Yeah.
because it's
But so it's her back from
Right.
the dead, but she can't talk because what happened to her throat.
right.
In the books, she comes back from the dead, but
Is there a part that shows in the show?
yeah,
I gotta dip in a minute.
okay, we can end it here
You're
soon.
we end it, but we're gonna have to talk about.
Yeah,
this
we can
just a
end
little
it
bit, 'cause
here
now
soon,
I'm
I'll tell
really
you.
confused, but interestingly.
Yeah, we can just end it
confused.
now.
Yeah.
You guys want? So yeah, guys. Yeah, it's a fucking rough ending, guys. But yeah,
Yeah, sorry, we don't want to ruin some
Spoilers.
spoil some Game of Thrones stuff for you guys.
I'm just a tired boy.
oh, Salty knows then, right? But no, she doesn't. If you know what I'm talking about.
We should end it like The Sopranos one day and just.
Cut to black.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna end it, everyone. So have a good night, everyone. We're gonna end this.
Bye.
So follow us on fucking iTunes. We're way behind on iTunes because of me, but
Nope, we're not.
oh, you caught up?
Yeah.
Shit, that means I'm getting a huge notification on.
I got caught up like a while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I always get
I
notifications.
mean, not like fully caught up, but like.
But yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. But yeah, so we're on iTunes, Spotify.
On cocaine.
But yeah, everyone have a good night. Thank you for watching. Talk to you guys all later.
Follow.
If you're not following us on Twitch right now, follow us right now.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm just kidding.
I'll show up to your house. You ever seen fucking Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? We'll fight you when you get your house.
Yeah.
Do all these
I'll
people
tuck my
follow
penis.
you on Snapchat?
No.
All right,
Only
guys.
Specific people.
Have a good night.